how Afro get in front of my mother race. I ain't never been to Afro color. I never been to Africa. Afro or Africa. Never been there. I'm not from Africa. I'm born and raised in Goose, Florida. I'm born in Goose, raised in Liberty City in the Poker Bean Project. I ain't never went to Africa. Ain't thinking about going there. And I heard it's a beautiful place. Yeah. And I know it's the motherland. Yes. But not my mother, not her mother, and not her mother's mother. That ain't their land. America, real true land is right here in the U.S. soils.
Another African American. I'm an American. I was born on American soil.
Saying that we all come from Africa, that's the biggest damn lie. Indian, indigo, black, native, we the real indigenous tribe. I'm the original man of America, due to the mitochondrial E. So that means every single last race in this world come from me. So if I created you, how the fuck you on my land first? Trying to claim my shit, man, I've been history. My people was done the worst. You not no native, please just be honest. You really a $5 Indian. Pay $5 to take my land. You know you a fraud. You not one of them. The government changed our names just so we don't get no reparations. Colored, black, Negro, African American is what they changed our name to. We is the Cherokee, we is the Iroquois, and the Apache. We is the Cheyenne, we the Calyphians, we the American Aboriginal Native man. Comment part 2. If y'all want me to go deeper, tired of people saying we African when we is the original.
Know about slavery, but few discuss paper genocide. We did not all come from Africa, and most of us have Aboriginal roots that were stripped away due to reclassification and miseducation. As a native Black American and a member of the Muskogee Creek Nation, I understand the importance of tracing your lineage. If you want to learn how to trace your genealogy and apply for tribal citizenship, go to nativeblackancestry.com to schedule a consultation.
They don't want you to remember this. You not no slave, you indigenous. Fuck how they painted them Indians. You went to war with the French and the British, man. Quite frankly, you was kings, Merovingians. They took the women and men, made them prisoners, raised up the children to worship their images, set up a lab to the genes and they mixed them, and this shit get way deeper than your pigment.
All right. Hit the like button on the way in. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the Cash App or the PayPal if you support independent media. And normally I say, let's get on with the content. But before we get on with the content, a little bit of a PSA. Guys, I've been working very, very hard behind the scenes to roll out a membership option on my website, nativeblackancestry.com. Make sure to go check it out. Come on, I'm hitting you with heavy facts right on the home page. I mean, as soon as you hit the website, right on the home page, you got a clear timeline of the racial reclassification of the Black Indian. 1492, they start calling us Indian, right? 1682, they start calling us Negro. 1851, they start calling us colored. 1960, they start calling us Black. And we don't become African anything until 1988. But guys, this is what I want to share with you. If you go hover over the More tab, click on Plans and Pricing, you can see that I've got a couple membership options. Let's just focus on the $9 a month membership, right? It gives you some exclusive perks. You've got a list of books that I use as primary resources, a weekly newsletter, exclusive videos not available on YouTube. But the biggest thing that I am the most proud of is I've been building out the largest online archive of Black Indian historical evidence. If you're a member at the $9 a month level, I mean, you can check out this tab right here that says historical resources. Oh Lord, the page is restricted. You know why, right? You know why. I was playing around with the website. Right now I'm not logged in. Let me go ahead and log in. Members only, y'all. We got to maintain a little bit of exclusivity, right? Members only, okay? Now that I'm logged in, we can go over to the historical resources tab, click on the Indigenous Americans category, and you can see that I have over 500 documents, family photos, book excerpts, newspaper clippings, articles, all pointing to the indigeneity of Black Americans. And I'm talking from North America to Central America, South America, and the Caribbean islands as well. I update this weekly. We currently have over 400 documents. You have the ability to download these to your phone, to your computer. There's a share button. You can share directly to social media. Spread the word, y'all. Spread the word. A lot of great resources here. The list goes on and on and on. We can just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. But that's not what you're here for, guys. Let's get on with the show. I mean, the title of the broadcast, Africans say Black Americans are lost, but we're indigenous to America. I mean, Guys, I thought that the Africans were done with this tired ass narrative. I thought the Africans were done with you guys don't know where you come from. You say you come from America, but you don't know where you really come from because we think you really come from Africa somewhere and you can't tell me what village in Africa you come from. Oh, wait, you say you're indigenous? No. I think you came from Africa and you should be able to tell me what African part you're from because I told you you come from. I mean, it makes no fucking sense. We thought they were finished. We thought we deaded the conversation. Guys, I doxed my damn self. I come online before hundreds of thousands of people and show my own tribal citizenship ID card just to shut up the naysayers, the critics, the folks who want to be contrarian. But I guess the Africans haven't had enough. They still running around in England, of all places, in the UK, speaking the Queen's English, trying to tell us who we are.
Closer, hold on. What do you mean Americans don't understand where they come from?
Like, you lot don't know your background.
Yes, we do.
No, you don't.
Yes, we
It's
do.
not like how like
So on social media, it's portrayed like you don't.
I'm gonna say America.
Okay, so where are your parents?
America.
Where were they born?
America.
They were born in America.
Yes,
Where
we're not immigrants. America. My great grandmother was born in America.
Where do you get your blackness from?
There were black Americans in America before Christopher Columbus came over and colonized America.
And where did they get their blackness from?
America.
That's what I'm saying though. You don't know your
Black is not a monolith. Black is not a monolith. You think that all? So hold on. So your stance like saying. So we could agree basically with that stance. You're saying everybody. They say everybody in the world came from Africa. Are you saying that?
Yeah, you can say.
Shout out to this brother who's in the video in the center right there. He's boots on the ground in the UK producing great content. If you want to find him on social media, just look up on YouTube Adonis Live.
I'm saying that.
You can say that. Yeah, you can say that.
I'm saying that based on what I'm seeing from your skin tone. That's what I believe. That you're from America. You're from Caribbean.
But technically, they say everybody's from a world from Africa.
Anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
So if that's the stance, then does that mean Asian people don't know where they're from? Chinese people don't know where they're
They
from?
know where they're from. They're called the Asian people. They know exactly where they're from.
If everybody stemmed back from Africa, how can you justify
I
that?
didn't say everyone was. I said you. I asked you. I spoke to you directly. I asked
Oh, you don't fuck. Oh, you know you fucked up, right? You know you fucked up, right? Guys, the Africans are running around with some theory that some European came up with that everybody stems from some African Abe Lucy or some fuck shit. But you notice a weird caveat? The Africans want to run with the out of Africa theory, but they don't want to go to the Russian or the Asian or the red dot on the forehead Indian and say, hey, you guys need to start calling yourself African Chinese or African Hindu or African European. No, but they're coming over to us explicitly trying to force that African identity onto us. Why, you may ask? I'll tell you. I'll sum it down. I'll simplify it. Listen close. The reason why the Africans are so triggered by us delineating is because the only thing Africans have ever had going for themselves in recent years is their alleged kinship to us. Because we got hit with a new misnomer in the 80s of African American. Now the continental Africans and the ones that flee the continent, they can say, well, hey, look, see how those Black Americans are so successful, so wonderful, civil rights movement, thousands of inventions, the list goes on and on. Well, hey, the government reclassified them as African American and we're Africans, so we're somehow related to them. No, motherfucker, no relation. Stop it.
I'm from America.
Yeah, but
Well, you can't tell me where you're from.
Okay.
You can't tell me. Yeah. So if that's the stance, then does that mean Asian people don't know where they're from? Chinese people don't know where they're
They
from?
know where they're from. They're called the Asian people. They know exactly where they're from.
If everybody stemmed back from Africa, how can you justify?
I didn't say everyone was. I said you. I asked you. I spoke to you directly. I asked you.
Yeah, but I'm from America.
Yeah, but
Well, you can't tell me where you're from.
Okay.
You can't tell me where you're from.
I can.
No, you can't. You can't prove. You can't prove to me that you're from Ghana.
I can prove it. I've got a Ghanaian passport.
So what? You can't prove to me how many generations can you prove that to?
A lot.
No, how many?
All my generations.
You can't, and I can
No
tell you
one
why.
else- No one else is gonna know it. Like
I can say she said.
my grandfather was born in 1898. If my dad met his grandfather, he was born before 1898.
But you
What
don't
are
know
saying?
where.
But you just brought me something in
Hold on,
1891.
you don't know where he's born at.
He was born in Ghana.
You can't
Because
prove that.
my grandfather was born in Ghana.
You can't prove
I
that.
can because my dad was born in Ghana. They all lived in Ghana. My dad was the first. My dad was the first person.
No, that's
on social media.
My dad was the first person.
On social media, what we see in England
is in America, black men don't know where they're from. They'll all say they're American. That's why he's saying, oh, you all just say you're American because it's true. If someone asked me where I'm from randomly, he said, where are you from? I'm half Iranian, half Jamaican. I would say that out loud. I wouldn't say I'm British even though I was
You're
born
half
here.
Jamaican.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Jamaica and Iran and Britain.
Hold on.
That's
No, exactly.
I'm British,
Exactly.
yeah.
No. You can't say that. You see how you initially.
And hold on, guys. Let me give you some context. If you're not familiar with history, the reason why Adonis is saying y'all can't trace your lineage, y'all can't tell me definitively where you come from, who your people are. The reason why he's saying that is because Africans, for one, most of them don't even have fucking birth certificates. For two, most of those countries were recently created in like the early to mid 1900s. For three, actually, we don't need a three. Let's just harp on the first point. These motherfuckers don't even have birth certificates. Was that the first point or the second point? I don't know. But guys, let's drive it home again. Let's say it clearly for the people in the back. Africans don't even have birth certificates. Lord, oh Lord. I didn't know me having a birth certificate and being able to trace my lineage back to the early 1700s. I didn't know that was such a flex. But check this out, guys. Don't take my word for it. If you're a new viewer, my long-term viewers, they have a nickname for me. They call me the King of Receipts. Let me show you just why they call me the King of Receipts. I don't just talk it. I give you some evidence. I give you some sources, right? We're going to take a look at African media and let's see what African media says about Africans' identity crisis and their lack of documentation. Let's take a look at a quick clip from Business Africa.
Some 500 million people in the continent do not have an official representation, reports the World Bank. 494 million of these people are in sub-Saharan Africa. World Bank has, however, dedicated a figure of $6 billion to initiate a major digital identification campaigns across the African continent. Ruth Lago and Howard Suleiman Issa have the details.
500 people are without a birth certificate on the continent, according to the World Bank's latest reports. 494 million of these people are in sub-Saharan Africa. In a related development, UNICEF figures indicate that some 85 million children are not registered and do not have birth certificate. Analysts are therefore
500 million Africans with no identity, no papers, no birth certificate.
pointing that the situation reduces access to health, education, and financing services for a large part of the African population. As World Bank's desire for a change of this narrative increases, the institution pledges $6 billion for the identification of these children on the African continent.
Damn, y'all, fuck it. I'm gonna start flexing. On y'all. Hey, chat, put flex in the chat. Comment flex if you want me to flex on them. Normally, I don't flex. Normally, I don't get braggadocious, but I'm gonna flex on these Africans if you want me to. If the audience deems it necessary for me to flex, we're gonna do a little bit of flexing on them. Just a little bit. Some light work. Trending with Cherie says 500 million tethers undocumented. Yes, facts. King of Receipts. I tried, Ty. I try. I'm seeing some comments. Y'all saying I should flex on them. All right, I'm gonna flex on them. I'm gonna flex on them. 500 million Africans, 500 million Africans don't know who they are, don't even have birth certificates, and watch me willy-nilly on the fly, just freestyle, spur of the moment. Watch me go through my whole family lineage, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna start from square one, y'all. Start from square one. I mean, Google, right? Let's go over here to ancestry.com. Africans don't know what ancestry.com is. You know, Africans don't have documents, so they never have a reason to go to ancestry.com. And guys, don't get it twisted. Don't do those fraudulent DNA testing kits. When I recommend using ancestry.com, it's for their paper trail genealogical records, not for no mouth swab, not no Henrietta Lacks experiment type shit. And you know what, guys? I'm a full-time genealogist. I've got dozens of clients that I'm actively doing genealogy research for, on top of all the dozens of people a week that I do those live consultations with. But let me make sure I don't show any of my clients' information. I want to pull up my family tree. Here we go, the Lane family tree. Check this out, guys. Check this out. And as a matter of fact, before we do this, let me just see how far I can get this. I think it stopped at Hannah Hooten on that side. Maybe not. And a little bit further. Okay, we're going a little bit further there. Let's see. Are we stopping with Betty? I think we were stopping with Betty. Yeah. Okay, guys, check it out. 500 million Africans don't even have goddamn birth certificates, and the average Black American can trace their heritage to at least the late 1700s, early 1800s. Guys, look, on the father's side, we can go back to 1830s. On the mother's side, we can go back to 1780s. And oh Lord, guess what? When we look at these pictures, we don't see no Africans. We see Black Indians, though. Shout out to Thomas. Shout out to Thomas. Matter of fact, Thomas wasn't just a Black Indian. He was known as a tribe king, I believe. I've got a quick excerpt on him that I'll read for you guys on my website here. Hold on. Thomas Jefferson Adams Harjo. Thomas was a distinguished, full-blooded Creek citizen, successful attorney, and respected leader in early Oklahoma. Born into the Creek Nation, Thomas was recognized as a town king for his leadership within his community and for his significant contributions to the legal and political systems of Indian Territory. A skilled attorney, he eventually became the Chief Justice of the Creek Nation Supreme Court, where he made lasting contributions to the judicial landscape of the tribe. As a member of the Creek Nation, Thomas was deeply involved in the affairs of his people, serving as a key figure in both legal and community matters. His success in the legal field, coupled with his respected position in the tribe, established him as one of the most influential Creek citizens of his time. His legacy is further explored in the book Black, White, and Indian: Race and the Unmaking of an American Family. Interestingly, while Thomas was listed as a full-blooded Indian on the Dawes Rolls, the official census that documented the citizens of the 5 civilized tribes, later U.S. Census records categorized them as Negro. This shift in racial classification highlights the complex and often contradictory racial dynamics of the time, particularly the reclassification of Native individuals that had darker skin. It underscores the broader history of racial categorization and the challenges faced by Native Black Americans in a system that frequently erased or marginalized their indigenous identities in favor of racial distinctions. Thomas's story is a poignant reminder of the resilience and adaptability of Native peoples in the face of racial reclassification, and his legacy continues to live on in his descendants, particularly through Michael Lane Jr.'s work in genealogical research and advocacy for Native Black American heritage. Now, guys, I read all this, I share all this, I jokingly say it's a flex, but really it's to give you some insight as to how accessible the documentation is, how far we can trace our lineage. And guess what, guys? I get hired all the time to trace people's lineage for them. And we find stories just like this frequently. So-and-so was a hero in World War I. So-and-so was a Black doctor, a banker, a lawyer. I mean, so many prominent ancestors we have. But when you compare us to an African don't even have a birth certificate, guys. It gets deep. It gets real deep. Come on. And you know me as the king of receipts, right? So I feel like I gotta show you some receipts. When I say that Thomas was listed as a full-blood Indian, let me see if I can willy-nilly pull him up on the Dawes Roll. Shoot, I haven't searched for Thomas on the Dawes Roll in a long time. Let me see. You know what? It's best to actually search by roll number. And I've got one of his descendants' roll number, Pleasant Tobler. I think if you go to the cards, here we go. Go to Pleasant Tobler's card. Does it show the other household members? No, it just shows him. You know, guys, hold on. We're freestyling here, but let me show you how, even if it takes a minute or two or maybe 3, let me show you how accessible this information is. I may have saved some of the documents to his photo. I'm not sure. Haven't looked at this in a long, long time. You know, bear with me. But the first thing that I want to do is find some kind of roll number or find some way to link him to the Dawes Roll. I want to then see what his blood quantum is listed as. And then I also want to see if there's any U.S. Census records that list him as something other than a full-blooded American Indian. And we are pressed for time. So clock starts now. Let me see. We've got a census card for 5 civilized tribes here. Thomas Adams. I'm looking for a roll number though. Here we go. Dolls enrollment number 2145. And let me verify that. Let's actually look at the record here. We got Thomas. We got Mahala. Well, wait a minute, Mike. Who's Mahala? How is Mahala related to Thomas? Let's go ahead and pull up the family tree on another screen real quick. Here we go. Here we go. Let's expand some of these. Thomas Mahala. Thomas, spouse, Mahala, right? So let's go ahead and check out this document again. We've also got Mary listed. Who's Mary? The daughter. Mary gets with Fred, and they have Pleasant Tobler. Pleasant Tobler gets with Lula. They have Mary. Mary gets with someone who I haven't been able to track yet. You know, our ancestors were victims of paper genocide, so we're going to have some missing branches on the family tree. That's going to happen. But Mary gives birth to my grandmother, my father's mother. So you see how we can with ease trace our heritage. But hold on. I think I said the roll number was like 21. Yeah, it was right here. We're verifying it. 2145. Now let's go back to the dolls roll. It's best to search by roll number. And again, that's 2145. 2145. There we go. All right, we're looking for Thomas. Here we go. Thomas J. Adams, listed on the dolls roll at 57 years old. Male, blood quantum is full, and he's listed as a Creek by blood. Wait a minute, did Mike just verify that Black folks are indigenous to the Americas? Because not only does Mike have his tribal citizenship, but his ancestors were also members of tribes and listed as town kings of sort. But wait, guys, here's a little history on reclassification. He's listed as a full-blooded Indian on the official dolls roll, right? But let's take a look at some U.S. Census records, shall we? Let's go back. Let's take a look at the 1910 United States Federal Census. Let's see. The United States Federal Census for 1910 lists Thomas as an Indian, a Native American. Well, let's see if that ever changes from time to time or anything like that. I mean, I got a 1910 census. I'm going to need a census record for later than 1910. That's what's going to be able to do it. Let me see if I can find a census record later than 1910. Because it's been a long time since I've done the research, but I know I saw a census record somewhere that ended up listing him as Negro. And I said, what? Wait a minute, no. Let's do a general search. Hold on, guys. Let's do a general search for Thomas. Here we go. We got Creek equalization records. We're looking for U.S. Census, though. Is there any way for me to filter this? Is there any way for, here we go, census and voter lists. And we need something later than 1910. Later than 1910, U.S. Census. Okay, let's see what we can find. We got a 1910 census. We got 1850s. We got 18. No, I need later than 1910. Later. 1910, 1890s. Come on, next page. Next page. Let's figure it out, guys. Let's figure it out together. 1910, 1890, 1890, 1900. No. You know what, guys? For the sake of time, we're going to kill two birds with one stone. We're going to proceed with our regular scheduled program, and behind the scenes, I'm going to pull the census record so I can show you where they later reclassify him as a Negro.
Ignorance comes into play. Hold on.
On social media,
Hold on.
Looks like.
All right, but I'm gonna prove to you. I'm saying it's not true, but I'm saying that's what it looks like. I know, but I'm gonna prove to you how the ignorance hits crazy. On the slave ship to Africa and Jamaica, you guys were in the same boat when it comes down to slavery itself. So when you sit down and say Jamaican, that's not a legitimate answer. Black American is more of a legitimate answer than Jamaican.
We don't name ourselves as Black British culture.
I'm British.
I'm British.
If you're
Where are you from?
If you're asking,
My family,
you are British.
yeah, my family is Jamaican and
Oh, yeah,
Indian.
you're British. You're British.
I'm
But
British.
should I say that you don't know where you're from?
I know where I'm from, but I would say I know where my ancestors.
How? You don't have.
Our culture is British.
Hold on. Hold on.
British culture.
I'm only
from Britain.
No, I agree with that. I agree. If you're born in Britain, you're British.
Born here, yeah.
Hold on. Come closer. Come closer. Come closer. This gap is killing me. Hold on.
I'm saying, if your family's from Iran and Jamaica, and then they come over to the UK,
You're British.
you were born. Yes, you're British by title, but where you're from is from Iran and Jamaica.
That's what I'm saying.
No, if you're born here, you're from here. Your ethnic group might come from a different place, but you're from here.
Yeah.
Now, this is where it comes into the sticky situation of people saying, "Oh, it sounds great, But can you prove with paperwork your lineage? I can through genealogy. You can't.
I can. As far as my great grandfather. That's what I
Nah. Genealogy, boy, is about that genealogy. And go ahead and check out my website, nativeblackancestry.com. You can book a genealogy consultation with me. Genealogy consultations are 90 minutes long, only $99. And I teach you not just historical context on Black American indigeneity, but I teach you the 3-step genealogy process that me and my family followed to trace our heritage and apply for tribal citizenship. You can pick my brain on what the benefits are. How was it like applying? Do they act shady towards Black folks when they try to apply? Anything you like, go ahead and book a consultation. But guys, the wait is over. I found that document. I found the document. Check this out. I told y'all that they reclassified him as Black or Negro on a census, right? Well, let's go ahead and do some reading, because reading is, damn it, reading is oh so fundamental, ain't it? Oh so fundamental.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. I can go anywhere, friends to know and ways to grow, a reading rainbow. I can be anything. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow, a reading rainbow, a reading rainbow, a reading rainbow, a reading rainbow.
Hey, I'm doing a lot of research on the fly. Okay, if I want to mispronounce fundamental and if I want to add in a T for whatever reason, it is my. Can you give me some grace? Good Lord, come on! I can show you free of charge a quick little lesson on how to trace your genealogy, but let me say fundamental a few times. No, fuck with you. Thank you for keeping me accountable. Okay, thank you. But again, check this out. He's listed on the Dawes Roll, full-blooded Indian, right? As a matter of fact, let's get a date for this. There's not really dates listed, but through the process of elimination, let's see if we can get an approximate date of when he's listed on the Dawes Roll. 57 years old, right? And if we go to his date of birth, 1848. So, 1848 plus, was it 57 or 58? You're 57 years old, right? So that would have been 1905, right? So in 1905, he's listed on the Dawes Roll as a full-blooded Indian, huh? Well, why on other census records do we clearly see him listed right here? I know it's kind of chicken scratch, but this says Thomas, this says Adams. You see right below says Mahala, his wife, and then there's Mary, right? And under color or race, you got a B for Black. Damn. Matter of fact, they saying the whole family Black. They saying Thomas is B for Black. They say Mahala's B for Black. They saying Mary's B for Black. Lord, oh Lord. So everybody's a Black Indian? Come on. Make it make sense. And we can actually view this another way as well. We can view this in a more like, easier to view version. Again, he's listed as Black. Other members of the household listed right there, cooperating with the family tree. So, guys, as you can see, racial reclassification is a hell of a thing.
And that's part. I'm saying that's past.
He can't. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm saying he won't give you it. It's not going to happen.
No, it just sounds crazy though.
All I'm gonna say is you brought me up stats of 1891. I'm only going based on the stats.
Yeah, that's only documentation that you have.
I'm saying you brought me up stats of 1891. I said my grandfather, to what I know that I can prove, was born in Ghana.
All right.
In 1898.
All right.
I said my dad. If I go to ask my dad and I get some what's called.
And he met his father, so
he
you
met,
know
his great. No, he met his great grandfather.
I know
my dad was born in Ghana.
Hold on, I have paperwork that shows my great grandmother in America.
That is your great grandmother, born in 1872. That's your grandmother sitting next to her.
Where was she born at?
She was born in Virginia.
And the next one right here?
The next one, that is your great grandmother, born 1906. And that's your grandmother sitting in her lap.
In Virginia. All I'm saying to you is I haven't got the paperwork. I can't say that. But I'm
That's
saying
the point.
I'm saying I can get the paperwork for my grandfather. My dad is still alive. I can go to him and get
But
the
that's
paperwork.
only up to your great-great-grandmother.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's past the 1891 you showed me.
Yeah.
You just showed me
Hold on,
1891 to disprove what I'm saying. Am I wrong or right?
Hold on. First of all, you can get no. That's the census that verifies that particular timestamp and time. If you can get paperwork that proves that you know your great, that's cool. I got my great. Do you have that?
I understand that. So before that,
answer the question.
I'm saying
Answer the question.
I'm asking a question. I'm asking a question because if I've saying something up until a certain time, you're doing the same thing. You're saying something.
No. The question, the statement
from the beginning of your lineage.
Hold on. That's a good word. No, but he got that from me because he just heard me. He got that.
I'm asking you a question.
Hold on.
I'm going to a certain time.
Yeah.
To what time do you determine that it's okay for me to say that?
No,
because you're saying
that. No.
17.
No. You're deflecting. You said that. Hold on. Hold on. You said your statement that you said was Americans don't know where they're from. That's a statement that you guys said. So
you said the stigma is that.
No. I didn't say that. I didn't say. Thank you. No. He said. No. I got the video footage and we're gonna play it back.
If you ask Americans where they're from, they would say American.
Come. Good conversation.
Like they would say that.
Some of them where they originate from.
So that's why they have their own.
They just use.
Hold on. Whoa. Come closer. Hold on. We're gonna play it back. He said it. Yeah. He said it.
That they don't know where they're from.
I said
on social media.
How many grades do you go back now?
I don't know, but I know.
How many grades?
I can't.
Wait, I got something.
Go ahead.
You see, my granddad, yeah, he's Indian. So what would you say about that?
Indian from Asia?
He's Indian.
Yeah.
I can prove I got Indian in me.
Okay.
So my point is, you're saying going back to history, I can prove just from my grandfather.
Yeah. Okay.
That I got Indian.
Okay.
So is my point valid?
I don't think they understand that you can go back to your grandfather and we can go back to our great. I mean, they're just not understanding, are they?
I swear that look like Haru.
You?
Somebody else.
But no, is my point valid? Like I can prove from my grandparents.
Lineage came up to be from this place. Like let's say Ghana, for example. Well, you explained your point. I agree to what's good. You saying, you know where you're from, because you can prove it. I'm saying I can prove past the 1890.
You want to know? You want to know why? You want to know why you can only sit down and say that Black Americans don't know where they're from? Because
that wasn't my statement. I just could.
I know. All right. You want to know why you say that? I'm gonna tell you why you say that. It's because when we say Americans, the original Americans, you think of the Red Indians, right? Right. That's in your head, right? The Native Americans, you know, the Red Indians. America reclassified the Indians as colored and Negro. So when you say they don't know where they came from, they literally reclassified all the Indians as colored and Negroes. So when you're thinking of the Native Americans, this is what they look like.
Are you trying to see the camera?
Yeah, but what we're saying is when we see interviews of Black Americans and you're like, where are you from? They just say America. They don't say, I'm American and my parents are this or my ethnicity is this. They just say that's what it looks like.
No, you want to know why? Because we didn't immigrate to America. We've been there.
In England, when you just ask us where we're from, we're going to tell you we're born here, but our parents are from our ethnicity is. And we don't see that on social media. That's why I said,
we're not migrants. You are. Your mama just fled from this country. Your daddy just fled from that country. That's not the situation we're faced with. Europe is filled with migrants. America is as well. The only group that is not a migrant or descendant of migrants are Native Black Americans. Prove me wrong.
On social media. In America, if you ask a black man where they're from, they just say, we're American. That's what I see on socials personally. But if you ask an English or a black British person, they'll say, I'm from England.
Because you're immigrants. Your bloodline are immigrants to this country. We didn't immigrate there. We created America. You guys, who?
I'm just
who
saying,
immigrated? We did not immigrate to America.
You created America.
The dumbass in the gray Nike sweatsuit, jacking our swag, ain't he? Gonna say most of us did immigrate from America. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Huh? Less than 4% of the African slaves that were trafficked from Africa to the Americas, less than 4% went to North America, what would later be known as the United States. Most of you African slaves went to Brazil. If you didn't go to Brazil, you went to the Caribbean islands. Barely any African slaves were trafficked to North America. What are you smoking?
Yes.
Before that, what was there?
There were Black Americans there. Who did they colonize? Like,
Have you done your DNA test?
DNA test does not confirm ethnicity. Genealogy does. I've done my genealogy.
Before that, how can you confirm that you was always there? Before that,
Because
before
we
where
have
you can
paperwork.
confirm to
We
you.
literally have paperwork
Before
of
that.
Black Americans.
Because there was still life before.
Hold on, listen. The statement that he said that as I don't want to say. Hold on. Let me just clarify. Let's recap. Thank you. There's no country. In the 1700s, America was created. All right, it was founded. America was the Brits.
And
they colonized.
And I already agreed. I already agreed for your point that you're making for yourself. I agree, but there's a lot of Americans that would say the same thing as you, but it's just not true. That they actually have a heritage from an Afro-Caribbean, Afro place or Caribbean.
Yeah, dumbass. We can speak for ourselves. Chet, do any of you claim to have heritage from Africa or from the Caribbean by way of Africa? What? The Bush baby gonna say, oh no, well, I get what you're saying, but most Black Americans wouldn't agree with you. No, we concur. We all say aye. We say yay. We are all in agreement. Well, what are you talking about? The Bush baby trying to speak for us now. Oh no, actually, a lot of Black Americans would say that, that they're actually from somewhere. No, motherfucker, we wouldn't.
Thank you. There's no country. In the 1700s, America was created. All right, it was founded. America was the Brits.
And they colonized. And I already agreed. I already agreed for your point that you're making for yourself. I agree, but there's a lot of Americans that would say the same thing as you, but it's just not true. That they actually have a heritage from an Afro-Caribbean, Afro place or Caribbean.
Those
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God! Stop fucking lying.
I'm saying some of those people have the same stance as you have on yourself. I'm saying based on what you said, I can agree. Maybe your point, you've got your I'm saying.
I got my shit together.
I'm saying you got your shit together, but I'm saying our point was on the stigma of what many people.
I understand that, but that's ignorant. That's like you don't have the educate. You don't have your proper education in line to have that perspective. That's wrong.
And people before, and then
but hold on. But then I say this.
I haven't had your answer.
But then I say this. I know who's Jamaican here, Caribbean. I know your history. Most of you guys bloodline. Some of you guys came from the Windrush era that happened like after World War II. I understand how your family, your bloodline got over here. But majority of the people that are over here don't know the history of what's going on in North America. And that's okay to say. But to have this stigma say Black Americans don't know where they come from is crazy because we know our education and you guys don't. And it's impactful for us because you guys are over here spreading this false information to them.
We don't talk about Black Americans. It's just what
cap. That's cap.
Maybe social media influences people.
There are a lot of Black people here that.
You said we don't give a fuck about Black Americans as they're all dripped out in Black American swag, all rocking Nike techs and shit, all trying to act like us, rap like us, dance like. All right.
Say that Black people in America don't know where they come from. Yeah, but can I say something?
Hey, they don't give a damn about us, but at the same time, they're hell bent on trying to convince us we come from Africa. Both can't be true at the same time, Playboy.
It's not just about you're the only person that I've ever spoken to that has come and said I can prove my lineage to a certain point. The rest of them, a lot of them cannot.
Because you want to know why? You want to know why?
Do ignorance.
Because of reclassification, because of miseducation, because of indoctrination, which is exactly why I offer my genealogy consultation services. In 90 minutes or less, I work to rewire your brain and repair 12 years of indoctrination. Think about it, y'all. K through 12 is mandatory. They took us through 12 years of programming. And I aim to rid you of that program, or at least help debug you a little bit in 90 minutes or less. Genealogy is oh so important. It's oh so paramount. And guess what? We actually have the ability to do the genealogical research. Them Africans don't.
My name is Frances Tuck, and I contacted Mike from Mike TV on YouTube because I wanted to find out about my family's Native American history that I believed existed. Through the research that I was able to do through Mike TV, I was able to find out that our name is indeed on the registry. I had a consultation with Mike today, and because of his advice and the research that he has done, I am now confident that I'm able to find my family's roots in the Native American History Database. Thank you, Mike.
Why? It's because we don't have this conversation in America. You guys do. No. We don't ask people where you really from. Only out here. That's a racist propaganda. Psychological racism.
We're not taking that as racism. Because you let's say
let me ask you a question. I got a question. Perfect. Y'all all from England, right? Yeah. What is the difference between English and British? Woo.
English and British. English. I would say.
Hold on. You got the camera, bro. I need you guys to come in. If you're gonna come in, you gotta come in.
From not to sound silly, but if you're telling me you're English, that means you're born here and your parents and so forth were born here. If you're British, to me that just means that you were born here and were raised in a British way. You know what I'm saying?
So was your parents born here?
No.
Whose parents was born here?
Mine were born here.
So I speak English.
I speak English. It's mad. No, it's mad though. I'm British, innit?
Why not contradict what you said?
He's not English.
No, as in his parents could have been born here, but their parents were some. Yeah.
How many years?
My grandparents weren't born here. They were born back home.
So hold on.
Your parents are the first generation.
How many generations do you have to be born here to be considered English?
I think it's three.
I think it's three, right?
Is it not three?
3?
I think it's 3 or something.
That's a true question.
Because from my perspective, as an American looking in, I think it's crazy that they don't allow you guys to call yourself English, you know? And it's like, okay, so when can you be acceptably called English? When is it appropriate?
I don't want to make a wild statement, innit? But I wouldn't want to call myself
Why would
English.
you want to call yourself English?
I don't want to
When you were born in England, you could call yourself English.
So if you're born in England,
The other side, let's be real though. The other side don't see it that way.
that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
So what's the difference between British and English?
British is a culture. British is a culture.
So what's British culture? Right now and gets citizenship and it has kids over there. His kids will be considered African American. You know, right?
Yeah, but you said black American. That's all I was saying.
That's what I'm saying. They're not the same as me. I've been here for a very long time. My history and what they took away from us itself is black. So when people say black, we're not talking about the skin color. What it is association to the historical history that's been taken around. That's the difference. That's our tribe. That's our tribe. Just like when you go to Ghana, you're Guyanese. That's your tribe. Nigerian. These are our tribes, you know. So and I'm glad you asked that question because this is how things happen. The good conversations, you know.
That's why everything I'm saying portrayed, not saying facts. Because I don't know the facts. I'm just saying.
You lot don't know where you originated from. Wait, no, it still stands. Listen. Okay, let's say for instance, yeah.
Where you originate from?
Jamaica.
Yo, this is going viral.
We just had this convo.
All right, hold on. You're from Jamaica.
Where do you originate from? Africa. I don't know.
You think? Hold on. No, you said.
Millions of African slaves were trafficked to the Caribbean, and these descendants of African slaves are running around claiming they're Jamaican. Jamaican is a nationality. It's not an ethnicity. There's Japanese Jamaicans, white Jamaicans, red dot on the forehead, Indian Jamaicans. Do you see how the Africans have an identity crisis?
Say you're from Jamaica.
Yeah.
Where did you originate from?
Is it a trick question, bro? I don't get it, bro. I actually don't get it.
You think that people originated from Jamaica?
No. You say Africa. We say Africa.
Where?
I don't know, man.
Oh, womp, womp, womp. Wait. Your lot say you're Black American and you're from America, but like, where did you come from before America? Wait, where are you from? I'm Jamaican. Or where'd you come from before Jamaica? I don't know. All right.
That's what I'm saying.
Run it up.
Can you educate?
Nobody knows where they originate from. Everybody just speculating. It's all bullshit at the end of the day.
Let me say what I'm gonna say.
We act like we know.
From the beginning of this conversation, I think the problem that we have is what we associated with the the culture.
Yeah.
And when we're talking about heritage, I think we mixed up the two in terms of what we were speaking about.
Sure.
When you've explained Black American, when you explain Black America, we were talking about culture, not specifically heritage.
No,
so you weren't necessarily trying to prove that you were originally from America. You're trying to prove that you could say that you're part of Black
even
American
with the
culture.
census itself and the documentation that we have, it proves that we've been in America before that time. So That's an actual fact. That's not. I'm not. All the statements I said have been facts. I've never given my opinion. I'm just letting you know. You can actually do the research on everything I'm saying, and it'll prove to be true. So, we have been in America before America was created. People say that they don't know. Black Americans don't know where they're from. It's crazy because he don't know where he's from. You don't know where you from. They don't know where they're from. I'm gonna tell you why. Ghana wasn't called originally Ghana before it was taken over by the people, correct? Huh?
It's called Goku.
Yeah. So you can't tell me or prove to me that you've been in that particular place because your great could have migrated from a different place, which they did a lot in Africa.
Do you know when it changed?
Huh?
Do you know when it changed?
Yeah, when they split the whole place up. They did it with Nigeria as well.
I said, do you know when it changed to become Ghana?
What?
Goku. Do you know when it was changed?
No, tell me.
No, I'm asking you. I'm saying, do you know?
I don't know much about Ghana's history.
Like Ghana's history and stuff like that.
Africa's a huge continent. So many countries, you know?
There's no explanation. I've already said what I said, innit? You lot don't. I'm sticking with that, bro.
You stand on business. That's it. You stand on what he said.
I'm sticking with that. I've had.
What do you think? What do you think? You're not born in Jamaica, right?
No.
What do you think real Jamaicans who were born in Jamaica are going to think about what you're saying right now?
My parents weren't born in Jamaica. They're born here.
All right, so they Windrush.
My grandparents were born in Jamaica.
All right, so what do you think about the real authentic born Jamaicans are going to say when they, because they know their history.
Yeah.
When they see this, they see you talking like this, what do you think they're going to say about you?
What can they say?
Bro.
What can they say, fam?
Bro, what
is wrong with what I'm saying?
You don't know history.
Tell me what I don't.
You don't know history.
Maybe I don't.
You're
But you don't as well.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
No, it's not. What? We're not in the same boat. Bro, let me tell you something.
Black Americans specifically. Now, go get mad.
Get off your chest.
Black Americans specifically don't know where they originated from. That's it.
Prove it.
I don't need to prove it. I'm saying you
How
don't
do you
know.
say this
If
without proving it?
if I ask you where your parents are from, or your generations of your parents are from, you don't know.
Yes, I do. I just told you.
Where are you?
My mother's from New York. My grandmother's from New York. My great-great-grandmother's
Can every Black American say that?
A lot of them
I've
can.
literally had conversations with.
Know about slavery, but few discuss paper genocide. We did not all come from Africa, and most of us have Aboriginal roots that were stripped away due to reclassification and miseducation. As a native Black American and a member of the Muskogee Creek Nation, I understand the importance of tracing your lineage. If you want to learn how to trace your genealogy and apply for tribal citizenship, go to nativeblackancestry.com to schedule a consultation.
And they say they don't know.
Watch the end of this. Watch the comments in this video. Watch the comments in this video.
I will.
You're gonna see it. This is gonna hit viral. I'm saying, watch the comments in this video. We're gonna see how many Black Americans can tell you how long it was.
Okay. I'm saying that it's from what we've seen and from what I've spoken to, the minimal things.
Yo, come here.
Not Black Americans in general, just from what I've seen. You're one of the first Black Americans I've ever spoken to, seen on social media, or anything that have said, "Oh, I'm from this place." I know.
But the problem is, you're from a whole. Hold on, I agree with you. But that's from all. We're from a different side of the world, so it's very difficult for us to communicate through this time. That's why videos like these are very educational and important. But when somebody has a complete stance like this, it's backed up by no facts. This is when things go viral and go crazy. That's diabolical. That's diabolical. That's diabolical.
Tell you what.
Wait.
You guys are right.
I think you got your next video tape.
No. I think we got it.
They're really looking at it. They look serious as well.
It's you, and she's like, no, it's not him. And
Oh,
she's
yeah.
like, she's up, and her dad is from New York.
Ah, what's up?
Fulton Street.
Fulton. Oh,
Yeah.
BK, let's go.
Yeah,
Okay, you guys can start in the video. Nice to meet you, bro. I appreciate the convo.
Yo. Hold on, listen. What's one?
No, we've been in for a
Just
while.
got one
We've been in for
question
a while.
to finish with.
Yeah. What's one question you want to ask? You
May not know if from that.
ask. What's one question you want to ask Americans?
Where do you originate from?
Huh?
Not America. Where if you're a Black American, where do your parents
you
originate
America.
from? No, I'm not trying to hear that. Where do you get your blackness from?
Oh, yeah, educate him.
The blackness, his blackness, is simply from that. There is African American, and there was African way before even slavery. So you can't be staying in a dogma, making you believe that you were.
Okay, hold on. This is that Iva Van Sertima bullshit. Guys, you have to be diligent. You have to watch out for these type of narratives. We got some folks that do acknowledge that Black indigenous people have been here from day one, but some of them still try to say, oh, really? They came from Africa. They just, they came from Africa and then populated all of the Americas. Yeah, like, no. The Americas were not just empty until Africans came over and then Asians from across the Bering Strait came over. No, every landmass on God's green earth have had people on it since day one. There was not like this whole continent just empty until some Africans and some Asians came over. No. So while she's trying to be an ally, she's trying to educate and understand the error of her ways.
Your
Told
parents
you
originally from?
America.
No, I'm not trying to hear that. Where do you get your blackness from?
Come, yeah, educate him.
The blackness, his blackness, is simply from that there is African American and there was African way before even slavery. So you can't be staying in a dogma, making you believe that you were a slave. And what he's saying, most African American, and sometimes you cannot say African American, you should say maybe Black American.
Thank you.
May not know where they may be originated with. But of course, if we say that all black must, or we take our blackness from Africa, the whole human race.
Thank you. That's what I said.
Well, that's my point, though. You don't know where. You say
they cannot
no,
know.
You say you're black. You say you're African American. Where in Africa are you
But
from?
he didn't say it's a comma that has been created after civil rights movement in order. But usually, see people say Black American. So you may.
Thank you. Davu understands the nuance of history. The Moors from Africa was in trade agreements with indigenous Americans before colonization. Facts. Africans had circumnavigated the globe. We had as well. We had trade agreements. And then the Moors acted like some selfish fucking sellouts and capitulated to the Spanish crown and taught Cristobal Colon and all them conquistadors how to get to our side of the world. Them sellout Moors. But don't get me started on that, Don't get me started.
I listen to Smokey Robinson. He has some interviews about it, and he talks about that. So, but this is the thing. Most British.
I get what you're saying, but my specific point is, if I ask you where you are specifically from Africa, if you're from Africa, anywhere in black,
You
that's
can't
my
say
point.
that. Where are you? Where are you from?
Where are you from?
Jamaica.
I'm Jamaican. That's
Jamaica's not an answer.
But Jamaica, no. That's what. No. Jamaican. Jamaica is part of the Caribbean, okay? African American, you have Louisiana, for example, was part of Haiti, which is 2 hours away by boat to Jamaica. That's part of the Caribbean, okay? So because of slavery.
Hold on, ma'am. We got a fact checker. What do you mean Louisiana was part of Haiti? Does she mean that Louisiana was French colonial territory and Haiti was also French colonial? Maybe that's what she means. Okay, that's the only way that makes sense. Hopefully that's what she means. Louisiana was colonized by the French and Haiti was also colonized by the French.
Slavery, most of West African, or because you wouldn't even find Eastern African, are all from that side of South America, the Caribbean, and some has been even taken to the Americas. So, for example, Louisiana is French. But because of Haiti having the first nation to be free from slavery, because
All right. We got to stop this bullshit. Haiti was the first nation to be free from slavery. It's funny how they keep running with that narrative, but they never talk about the Haitian independence debt. They never talk about the trillions of dollars that the French forced them to pay to keep their independence, which is why Haiti is so poor to this day. They were paying trillions of dollars to their colonizers until the 1940s. Look it up. It's called the Haitian National Independence Debt.
because of that, they now become Haitian. But Haitian cannot tell you where they come from exactly in Africa. Jamaican cannot tell you where they exactly come from.
Thank you.
They will have a percentage of this place and this place and this place in Africa, which have 54 countries. They may have that, and then
Yeah, she thinks she's smarter than she is. She lost in the sauce. Now she's talking about percentages. She's referring to DNA testing, y'all. She's referring to some pseudo. We all come from West African slaves, but we don't know what part of Africa. And when we do the mouth swab, it says we 10% this, 12% that. All right.
From there, you got the information.
Back up.
Back then.
Great job. Great job.
She always shows it to me.
Great job.
Back then,
Thank you, but it still don't break my point. It still don't prove my point though.
Indians were found in Jamaica.
Indians. Yes, the what do you call it? The town. What's it?
I can't remember the name, but
The Taino, the Arawak.
So
What
like-
language was that? Let's go.
So like in Jamaica, it was a mixture, I would say.
No.
'Cause-
So the Americas have Amerindians. Okay. So Christopher Columbus was not the one who found Africa.
Yes.
It was Abdullah, who's from Mali, where we come from, because we're Senegalese. Okay. Yes, originally, but Senegal only exists since 1960, because it was West Sudan.
Let's go.
You
I
see what I'm
love
saying?
this.
Okay. So because of that, you have 2,000 boats went to Africa 200 years before. That's the great-grandfather of Mansa Musa that you may hear of. Okay. So that's his great-grandfather. So the Moors of Spain took Christopher Columbus, and you'll find writings of Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, she gonna get me triggered again, talking about how the Moors sold us out to the Spaniards. Oh Lord, she's gonna get me triggered, guys. Before we wrap up this broadcast, and don't worry, when this broadcast ends, there's gonna be a countdown, and the next one is gonna begin automatically. But before we segue to the next broadcast, let me just give you a sneak peek into what the next broadcast is gonna be about. This little spoiler, if you will. There's an interesting video that one of my long-term viewers hipped me to. And check out this interesting statistic. Check this out. We're going to end it on this interesting statistic. The outro sequence is going to play, then it's going to automatically push you into the next broadcast. But Lord, oh Lord, we are living in a time of great revelation, y'all. Great revelation. Watch this. And don't worry, after I play it, I'm going to rewind it and play it a couple times in a row to really drive it home. But leave me some comments and let me know what you think about this interesting statistic that I'm hipping you to.
Here's an amazing fact. The number of sub-Saharan Africans who willingly migrated to the United States in the decade between 1990 and 2000 was larger than the total number of Africans shipped directly to the United States over the course of the entire transatlantic slave trade. Over the 19 willing amazing,
which was pretty exciting.
Here's an amazing fact. The number of sub-Saharan Africans who willingly migrated to the United States in the decade between 1990 and 2000 was larger than the total number of Africans shipped directly to the United States over the course of the entire transatlantic slave trade.
They don't want you to remember this. You not no slave, you indigenous. Fuck how they painted them Indians. You went to war with the French and the British, man. Quite frankly, you was kings Merovingians. They took the women and men, made them prisoners, raised up the children to worship their images, set up a lab to the genes and they mixed them, and this shit get way deeper than your pigment.
I'm trying to figure out how Afro get in front of my mother race. I ain't never been to Afro color. I never been to Africa. Afro or Africa. Never been there. I'm not from Africa. I'm born and raised in Goose, Florida. I'm born in Goose, raised in Liberty City in the Poker Bean Project. I ain't never went to Africa. I ain't thinking about going there. And I heard it's a beautiful place. Yeah. And I know it's the motherland. Yes. But not my mother, not her mother, and not her mother's mother. That ain't their land. America, real true land is right here in the U.S. soils.
I'm not an African American. I'm an American. I was born on American soil.
Saying that we all come from Africa, that's the biggest damn lie. Indian, indigo, black, natives, we the real indigenous tribe. I'm the original man of America, due to the mitochondrial E. So that means every single last race in this world come from me. So if I create a shoe, how How the fuck you on my land first? Trying to claim my shit, man, I've been history. My people was done the worst. You not no native, please just be honest. You really a $5 Indian. Pay $5 to take my land. You know you a fraud. You not one of them. The government changed our names just so we don't get no reparations. Colored, black, Negro, African American is what they changed our name to. We is the Cherokee, we is the Iroquois, and the Apache. We is the Cheyenne, we the Colombians, we the American Aboriginal Native man. Comment part 2. If y'all want me to go deeper, tired of people saying we African when we is the original people.
Know about slavery, but few discuss paper genocide. We did not all come from Africa, and most of us have Aboriginal roots that were stripped away due to reclassification and miseducation. As a native Black American and a member of the Muskogee Creek Nation, I understand the importance of tracing your lineage. If you want to learn how to trace your genealogy and apply for tribal citizenship, go to nativeblackancestry.com to schedule a consultation.
I was born to slide, I am not afraid. Hop about a K, oh yeah, free to God, they went out of state. I'm a child of God, I do not belong to the United States. Fuck Black History, tell Uncle Sam he can catch a fade. I went to hell, school, graduated at the top of my class. Still never thought I was over my peers. We did that time together 12 years. Ain't that some movie? I think that it is. They won't control me, I'm really a member. I traveled that road, I came back with the jewels from. When I pull up, they peep how the roof gone. We some dog killers, won't chew bones. Know we all spit on, we supreme. Somewhere I read a nigga had a dream.
You don't have to try to be something you're not. God, I can't stand this. Trying to be something I'm not? Trying to be proud of my African heritage? That's being something I'm not, then fine.
My grandmother was a full-blooded Iroquois. My grandfather was a Black from a long line of journeymen who lived in Connecticut since the establishment of the colonies. My father was a Bajan who came to this country a cabin boy in a merchant marina.
I know all of that, Mama.
Then know this. I am alive because of the blood of a people who never scraped or begged or apologized for what they were. They asked only one thing of this world: to be allowed to be. I gave you my grandmother's name, a woman who bore 9 children and educated them all. Who held off 6 white men with a shotgun when they tried to drag one of her sons off to jail for not knowing his place. And you had to reach into an African dictionary to find a name that would make you proud.
They don't want you to remember this. You not no slave, you indigenous. Fuck how they painted them Indians. You went to war with the French and the British men. Quite frankly, you was kings Merovingians. They took the women and men, made them prisoners, raised up the children to worship their images, set up a lab to the genes and they mixed them. And this shit get way deeper than your pigment.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hit the like button on the way in. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the Cash App or the PayPal if you support independent media. And let's get on with the content. Matter of fact, before we proceed, I do want to make you guys aware of something new on my website, nativeblackancestry.com. You see, I've been working hard behind the scenes to roll out a membership option for the site. If you check out the More tab, click Plans and Pricing, you can see for $9.99 a month, you get access to exclusive videos not available on YouTube, a weekly newsletter, book lists with historical resources, and the most thing, or the biggest thing that I'm proud of, I would say, is that this membership option actually gives you guys access to the largest archive of Black Indian historical evidence available on the internet. I've been building out an archive. You can click the historical resources tab right here. We're going to have a few different categories for now. The first category is Indigenous Americans, and you can see that this archive has over 400 documents, photos, book excerpts, newspaper clippings pointing to Black American indigeneity. We're talking from Canada down to South America. If you're like me and you like the receipts, you like to get into the research, you like to take a look at some sources, then go ahead and become a member of the website. It'll be the best $10 a month you ever spend. Matter of fact, just the other day, we did a live stream about Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance and why white America is so upset with it, and YouTube terminated my stream, banned it from the internet, and that is one of the exclusive videos that are now available for members on the website. So make sure to check it out. But guys, without further ado, we got to take a look at something that's quite interesting, quite peculiar. Africans are kind of trying to hijack our thunder yet again. Believe it or not, Native Black Americans, we're celebrating, we're rejoicing. It's a cultural revolution. And I know that the Africans are always trying to jock our swag, but I didn't know it was this bad. I mean, I know they're on YouTube making videos about how to talk like us and dress like us and act like us.
It's a big video. I'm actually going to teach you how to speak hood. This is part 2. The first phrase is, what it do. What it do. That's how you would say it. The emotion of anger. I'm going to give you a couple of phrases that conveys the emotion of anger. Sweet. That's all you is, boy. You sweet. You sweet, boy.
Yeah, the Africans want to be us so damn bad. And there's this weird phenomenon. I'm seeing all these African YouTubers making videos about the halftime show. I'm seeing all these African YouTubers making analysis and breakdowns and blase. And I'm like, what the fuck? You're African. You're all the way over there in Nigeria and the Congo and Sierra Leone and Kenya. What the fuck do you know about anything that Kendrick was talking about up on that stage? But guys, they grift our culture to get to the bag. Check out this video. Some African girl got a channel, Aphrodisia. 9,000 subscribers, but god damn it, she just went viral. What was her viral sensation? Kendrick just exposed the Super Bowl analysis. These Africans are going viral, making analysis on our culture, and they don't know a goddamn thing about our culture. And if you think I'm joking, if you think I'm just, hype for no reason, let's play a little bit of her analysis video. Let's see, guys, because apparently we needed a fucking African to break down Kendrick Lamar's performance. We didn't know what he was talking about. We didn't know the cultural significance. We need an African to break it down for us. So let's hear what the African girl has to say. What's her analysis entail?
Separated and divided, showing that while we might have this artificial layer of unity, or we may have this distraction of entertainment, we can't cover up the fact that we're still divided as a people. Now, Black Uncle...
We? Bitch, are you French? I know a lot of you Africans speak French. No joke. They got colonized by the French guys. It's a terrible ordeal. But what country is this girl from? Where's she? Has she even visited America? Does she even live in the States? All right, guys. Let's check out her analysis.
Uncle Sam loves this performance, and this reinforces the point again, just in case people didn't get it. And Uncle Sam says, now you're playing the game right. You're not performing Squabble Up. You're not acting too ghetto. You're performing the hits like America wanted. And then Kendrick interjects and interrupts him. And he says a couple of important lines here, but I'm going to focus on this 40 acres and a mule line. Now, if you don't know, 40 acres and a mule is what slaves were given as compensation when they were set free.
Do you see why you're not qualified to make an analysis video on my culture, you mush-mouth African broad? Do you hear what she just said, y'all? Run that back. Did you hear what she just said? Let's see if anybody in the audience can catch the error of her ways.
Yeah, but I'm going to focus on this 40 acres and a mule line. Now, if you don't know, 40 acres and a mule is what slaves were given as compensation when they were set free. Referencing this 40
acres. I wonder if you know that I know he's lying right now. Oh, you got the new Margellas? That's what's up. That's what's up. I see you. That's your BMW? That's nice. That's your girl? Golly. Okay, I see you. But I just want to know one thing. You ready? Why the fuck you lying?
Hold on, y'all. I know you caught it, right? I know you caught that, right?
Interjects and interrupts him, and he says a couple of important lines here, but I'm going to focus on this 40 acres and a mule line. Now, if you don't know, 40 acres and a mule is what slaves were given as compensation when they were set free. Referencing this 40 acres.
Like that, so I'ma keep lying like that. I love when you like that. So I'ma keep lying like that.
Yeah, African girl, have a seat. Make videos about your own culture. Maybe you guys can make some music and like create your own event that's, you know, similar to a Super Bowl of sorts, and you guys can do your own African thing, but stay out of our culture, stay out of our business. You don't know what the hell you talking about. We never got 40 acres and a mule. That was one of many broken treaties that the United States government had with Native Black Americans. But this girl, even though she don't know a goddamn thing, this African girl is gonna get to the bag, y'all. She running ads on this video, over 300,000 views 2 days ago. Oh yeah, she's monetizing our culture and she's ignorant to it. Ignorant. And we got on her ass, of course, because as you can see here, let me zoom in. As you can see here in the comment section and stuff, she had to make some corrections. Correction, Black people weren't given anything after slavery, but they were promised 40. Maybe you shouldn't try to analyze shit you don't know about. Come on. I just wanted to make this correction clear. African Americans were giving nothing in reparations, yet maybe you shouldn't open your mouth and speak on something that you're culturally illiterate to. What the hell? Come on, y'all. You see why I do what I do, right? That's right, Mr. Badge. Tell her to stick to Afro beats. Come on. Let's talk about it. So on the one hand, we got Africans trying to hijack our thunder. And oh wait, I got another case study. That was Exhibit A. Let's let's transition to Exhibit B. Did you guys realize that during the performance, a fucking African ran up on the stage waving the Sudanese and Palestinian flag? Kendrick is performing the most culturally impactful Super Bowl performance in the history of planet fucking Earth, and we got an African running on stage with a Palestinian Sudanese flag. Do you see what I'm talking about when I say these motherfuckers are jacking our swag? They just can't get off of our nuts. We just can't have anything without a goddamn African trying to get in the way. Come on, y'all. It happened so quick. Security got him up out of there, but you may not have noticed that there was an African that stormed the stage to try to disrupt Kendrick Lamar's performance.
Now, a producer turned protester has raised Palestinian and Sudanese flags in front of thousands during rapper Kendrick Lamar's halftime show at Monday's Super Bowl. Zulkarnain Nantambo says he was part of the show's production team. He says the gesture was meant to raise...
We let a goddamn African be a part of the production team. We let one of you motherfucking Africans come to the cookout, rock out with us at the Super Bowl. We let you be a part of the team. And Mr. Mumfucking Tumbo takes it upon himself to storm the stage with a Palestinian Sudanese flag. Do that shit in Sudan, motherfucker. You care so much about Palestinians, go over to Gaza and do that shit over there. The fuck you gonna get employed by us and then try to disrupt the fucking performance?
His awareness about Israel's war in Gaza, as well as the civil war in Sudan. Nantambo was detained and questioned by security, but has since been released. Well, Zulkarnain Nantambo joins us live now from Miami, Florida. So your protest video holding up the
Big forehead, receding hairline ass fucking tether.
Palestinian and Sudanese flags at the halftime are all over social media. Tell us a bit more about why you decided to do this.
Alhamdulillah. Well, I felt I didn't have a choice because I was selected to be a part of the...
You did have a choice. Stay your ass in Africa. Protest in Africa.
Halftime show, and when I saw what my position was, you know, it was a great stage, a large stage, and we know as a practicing Muslim, our Prophet Muhammad teaches us if you see a wrongdoing, or you're aware of a wrongdoing, you must stop it with your hands. And if you can't stop it with your hands, stop it with your tongue. Speak out against it. And if you can't stop it with your tongue, try to stop it with your heart, meaning pray about it. And we know that's the weakest of faith. So I had an opportunity on a grand scale to bring awareness or speak out against a wrong of our Muslim brothers and sisters, because we know if one part of the body is hurting, all of the body is hurting. This ummah is one body.
We ain't Muslim, mother. What the fuck is you talking about? Muslim brothers and sisters. I'm not a Muslim. Hey, chat, how many of you guys watching right now are Muslims? I'm a native Black American by way of the Muskogee Creek Nation. I know my tribe's indigenous ancient spiritual systems. It ain't got nothing to do with no Islam, no Muslim, no Prophet Muhammad, no virgins, no paradise, no motherfucking blow myself up and go to heaven. No, stop it, sir. Stop it. We got an African Muslim that decided to try to hijack Kendrick's performance.
So I didn't want to face my creator and not with a sign of weak faith when I knew I had an opportunity to show I didn't have weak faith.
So let me ask you, do you have any cultural or family links to either Palestine or Sudan, or was this purely a gesture of humanity and support for those affected by these wars?
Humanitarian. Yeah, humanitarian. I'm a humanitarian and I'm a Muslim. So we're spiritually connected in Islam, and we're human, and we're connected with empathy for humanity because we're all human beings, God's creation, and they're oppressed. And we know God answers the prayers of the oppressed. They are suffering. They're treated with injustice. And it's.
I don't remember hearing any of you goddamn Africans speaking out against the native Black American injustices that we were facing. Matter of fact, for those few native Black Americans that also have some African admixture by way of the transatlantic slave trade, guess what? It's greasy ass Africans like this that are the cause. Remember, it's called a slave trade. It's not called a holy war. It's not called a mass invasion. The white man did not sneak into Africa, bear crawling and throw a net and some rope on an African and drag him on a ship. Africans freely enslaved one another and sold them to the white man for trinkets. And motherfuckers like this gonna try to hijack Kendrick's performance, talking about humanitarianism, this, Muslim, this. You motherfucking Africans haven't even apologized for your role in the transatlantic slave trade. Miss me with this solidarity bullshit. Y'all still running around pretending like the white man just stole some Africans. Well, hey, let's play devil's advocate. Let's say the white man stole some Africans. Why didn't y'all come and try to get us? Why did Wakanda send the fucking Dora Milaje, the bald-headed bitches? Why didn't y'all send nobody to come and get us? For those of us that do have a little bit of African admixture, I mean, we all know most of the African slaves went to Brazil. The second largest destination was the Caribbean islands. We know barely any of the African slaves actually went to North America, what would later be known as the United States. But for those few of us that have some African admixture, what are you rocking with, I ask you? The greasy-ass African heritage that sold you to Europeans for trinkets, or the indigenous American heritage that took you in? Like the Seminole tribes who took in anybody, whether they were an indigenous slave of the Americas or an African slave. If you made it to Seminole territory, you became a part of the tribe. That's how we looked out for you Africans. And what do we get in return? Y'all trying to hijack our fucking halftime show.
On a wide scale, and nobody is really giving it the light that it should get, at least working toward a change. And I wanted to show the solidarity to those afflicted by this and their families and loved ones, that they're being remembered here in America. And they're being remembered here in America, not just by me, but by others. And it'll strengthen all of our faith. It was not about countrymen. It was more about spiritual.
Okay, let me jump in and ask you. I mean, do you think the protest or your protest is likely to damage your career? Are you worried you may find it difficult to get work again, given what happened?
I trust in God, brother. I wanted to pass that. I fear God more than I fear man. I fear loss of wealth. I fear loss of anything else. I fear.
Okay, sir. Clearly, you lost your rabbit ass mind. But let's proceed with the next exhibit, guys. Shout out to Adonis Live. If you guys are a long-term viewer of the channel, you know we react to Adonis Live's content. He's a native Black American brother over in the UK, dealing with them Africans one-on-one, live and direct. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at a recent video he did, because apparently the Africans in the UK are cutting up over Kendrick Lamar's performance. But before we get into this, I gotta strongly urge you guys, if you've yet to do your family tree, if you've yet to trace your lineage, get with your boy Mike, check out my website, nativeblackancestry.com, schedule a genealogy consultation. Prices are gonna go up next week. Take advantage of the discount that I'm running while it's still happening, guys. I'm telling you. You can schedule a 90-minute consultation where I'm going to teach you from A to Z everything you need to know to trace your family's lineage, apply for tribal citizenship, etc., etc., etc. This is a process that me and my family followed in 2021. I've been a member of the Muskogee Creek Nation ever since. And if any of you guys want to look into tribal citizenship, tribal benefits, you know what to do.
He's knowledgeable. about his information about the American Indians and how we change our classification over time and the different types of mounds and different rules from the French, from the British. If you want valuable information, you want to really find out who in your lineage and who are the people you come from, I suggest going with Mike TV. His prices are affordable. He's not like some of these other people out here. I urge, go with Mike TV.
Hold on. Clip. Now, I love Kendrick. I love the fact that being a hater can end up being a success.
You love the fact that being a hater could end up, well, it's not going to end up in a success in this way. And you're probably like, yeah, but look at the reach I got. Look at the engagement. You think this goal, you think all good reach is, you think all reach is good reach?
But this performance, I just thought it was really mediocre for me. Maybe because I'm not a hardcore Kendrick fan. There was a lot of the songs that I didn't know. I knew some of the mainstream ones. Like when SZA came, I was like, yes, twin. The rest of them, I don't know. I thought the visuals was amazing. We had Samuel Jackson come on as Uncle Tom, and then obviously the dancers came and the American flag, and then obviously he performed They're Not Like Us. I just thought it was an okay performance. There are a lot of people on the internet who are like, oh my God, you just didn't understand. One thing I cannot stand is fake deepness. I come to watch the Super Bowl to watch a performance. I didn't come to think. I don't want to feel like I'm reading a book. So when I'm seeing, oh, but you did not understand the allegoric significance of when the dancers were wearing blue, and the blue means it signifies the sadness of the Americans. Like, I just want to dance. I don't want to watch a performance.
Y'all, y'all, why we got a mushmouth African broad whose ancestors fled to the UK, aka they fled to the opposition's kingdom, y'all. Y'all know how the British folks, how the Europeans sliced up Africa during the Berlin Conference, right? Y'all know how they destabilized Africa, stole the gold, the mineral, the cobalt, the diamonds. And guess what? This backwards ass broad, her and her family chose to move to the Queen's country. And she's out there with a UK accent, wearing pearls and shit, trying her best to assimilate into Europe. Beans and all kinds of unseasoned food, and she has the nerve to take a moment from cosplaying a British woman to try to shit on Kendrick's performance. Hey, how's she gonna say it's mediocre? How's she gonna say it's mediocre when the best thing that Africans had going for themselves in recent years is a anorexic, half Indian, red dot on the forehead Indian, half Nigerian or something, anorexic, terrible grifting ass broad who's cosplaying our 90s R&B superstars, shaking her stiff ass, pouring water on it, wearing a bunch of baggy jeans and tassels and shit because she ain't got no ass to shake. So she's hoping you don't notice she ain't got no ass to shake, and you get mesmerized by her baggy clothes flopping in the wind. I mean, y'all know who I'm talking about, right?
Make me water, make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me water, make me sweat.
Yeah, the best thing Africans had going for themselves lately is a African that is ripping off our 90s R&B pop superstars. She's just basically an African Aaliyah wannabe, and the Africans got the nerve to say Kendrick's performance was boring. Man, this is rather lackluster.
Make me water, make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me water.
Yeah, what else have the Africans got for themselves? I think there's like a Burner Boy or Burner Baby or some shit. Oh, it's Burner Boy. Let's take a look at Burner Boy. I guess he's the other one that's supposed to be like a famous African of some sorts. I bet you he's ripping off our shit. I bet you he's ripping off our shit. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Boo, that's trash. This is 2 years old. Hold on. Let's see what he's doing recently. I want to see what he's doing recently. Let me see. I ain't never listened to no Burner Boy in my life. Let me see what's going on with Burner Boy.
We have come to seek your abundant.
Oh Lord, oh Lord, Jesus, sweet white skin, blonde hair, blue eyed baby Jesus. Not the African starting his music video off with Africans on their knees praying to a fucking white Jesus on the wall. Oh Lord, y'all are in the sunken place over there. Y'all are in the motherfucking sunken place. Why does African? What is Burna Boy? Is he Nigerian or some shit? I mean, y'all know that's your colonizers' religion, right? Y'all know that God told them it was cool to rape you and genocide you and steal your resources, right? Jesus told them it was cool to fuck y'all up. And you on your knees praying to Jesus? Jesus? Oh shit. Damn. Before we even listen to how terrible the song is, I'm just caught up on the imagery. Y'all are still worshiping white folks over there. Lord, oh Lord, let's get into it.
We have come to seek your abundant bundle blessings in all ramifications of our lives in the name of Jesus.
When it comes to class, I be teacher. Chop this life, make it no chop in my nigga. Have $1 million when I smile for the picture. That's why I don't put no ice in my liquor. No penny, you get me long coat. Cause when we throw the money with it.
Immediately, I hear this motherfucker talk about nigga something. I mean, nigga. You Africans are niggas. Stop it. You want to be us so bad, don't you?
Bundle by bundle, no penny, you get me long coat. Cause when we throw the money with it, bundle by bundle. I was okay, but I know see ya. Only go down okay, but I know see ya.
Yeah, sir, no. I'd rather listen to some Despacito than listen to this, okay? Despacito, mama, un poquito, da, bean burrito, Despacito, da. I mean, I'm cool off the Burner Boy. I'm cool off that. Boo, you're trash, go home. But let's see what else these Africans hiding out in the UK have to say about us.
And then have to read a book to understand what the performance was about. Okay.
Hold on. The audacity. Less than 24 hours. Kendrick Lamar just recently did his halftime performance specifically for Black Americans and for the people that being oppressed as minorities in America itself. Acknowledging not only the way America treats the rest of the world, but acknowledging the way America treats its citizens. And this UK British woman, who I am very familiar with because I've seen her work. We're gonna get on that. Makes a video.
Yeah, Adonis is being way too nice to them. They want to cosplay as a UK British woman. No, they're an African in the UK. Just like there's Africans in the Caribbean that try to cosplay as Jamaican or Haitian. No, you're Africans living in the Caribbean. Just like there's Africans living in South America. Y'all are Africans living in the UK.
Video, and what's the beginning? What's the first thing she said? Hold on, what she say?
Now, I love Kendrick. I love the fact that being a hater can end up being a success.
I love the fact that being a hater can end up, well, it's not going to end up in a success in this way. And you're probably like, yeah, but look at the reach I got. Look at the engagement. You think this goal, you think all good reaches, you think all reach is good reach? Shorty, you're tripping. This is what I'm talking about. Because right now, you might get the success. You might get the success of the views and engagement. But what is the effect that this is having on your particular community? You are representing Black British at this moment in time. Black British women, Black British people. Now, we've already seen the diabolical men, but it is ultimately more diabolical to see a Black British woman who, if I'm not mistaken, went to Africa and was furious and upset because the African people of her particular place, location, wasn't treating her like prestige. Well, you think you better than people, shorty. You went to your own homeland and they treated you just like they treated everybody else, and that wasn't good enough. Now you take your British ass over to America to one of our most prestigious, most known events with over 138 million people, which they said that Kendrick Lamar's actual performance made the most amount of views and reach out of every Super Bowl performance in history. Now, I doubt that because, MJ was iconic itself. But hey, let's let it happen. I'll let it go. Less than 24 hours later, you sit on a podcast and tell them, I didn't come here to think. I didn't come here to think. I came here to dance. Dance. Shut up and just dribble.
Yeah, Melanin, I feel you. He be too nice for my liking. If it was me, I'd be giving it to them raw and uncut. I don't care if they try to throw acid bombs on me or shank me with the knives and shit. I don't care. I'm sitting 10 toes down. I say it to your face. But you know, Adonis is out there living amongst them tethers in the UK. So he got to move strategically.
Shut up and just entertained. You're just as bad as the colonizers. Matter of fact, you're worse because you're looking like us and being put into positions of where people can associate yourself with us, and you're discrediting everything we did.
And that's why we got to realize all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Guys, you know that the earliest Spanish conquistadors documented since the late 1400s Black indigenous folks all across the Americas. Did you know that when they later started shipping West African slaves to the Americas, did you know that the Spaniards delineated the indigenous Blacks from the African Blacks? You know how? They called us negros de terras. That translates to Blacks of the land. They called them negros de Guinea. That translates to Blacks of Africa. So when you guys are always wondering, like, you know, that they say we're African Americans. They taught us in school about the slave trade, and these Africans are supposed to be packed in ships like sardines and shit. But I don't really got no African culture, no African customs. I mean, we don't have a dish passed down from our ancestors of some jollof rice. I mean, we don't have any African dances we do. I mean, great grandma never sat us down and told us we come from the Igbo tribe or the Yoruba people, but every single Black American has heard somebody in their family say they got Indian roots. They got Indian in the family. They got Indian blood, right? Guys, I'm a full-time genealogist. I meet with literally dozens of Black Americans every week. I teach them how to trace their genealogy. Not only do we find that only a very small percentage of us have any African admixture at all, but most of our ancestors were free people of color. You know that, right? It's a myth that all of us descend from slaves. There have been free people of color documented here since day one. During the formation of the colonies, there were free people of color. During the Revolutionary War, there was free people of color that fought for the British Crown. There were some that fought for the rebels. During the Civil War, there was free people of color fighting on both sides. We've always been here. Free people of color have existed. During the peak of slavery, there were some Black slave masters as well, Indian slave masters as well. Matter of fact, they had to put a law on the books. I think it was 1670. I think it was 1670 Virginia slave codes. They had to put a law on the book that Black slave masters and Indian slave masters could no longer purchase white Christian servants. Why would they have a law like that on the book if we all slaves? Wait a minute. You telling me that, that there's not only free people of color, free Black folks, free Black Indians, but there were some that were slave masters, and hold on, it gets deeper. They had white slaves, and wait a minute, they had so many white slaves that they put a law on the book saying, nah, you can't have slaves anymore. Guys, if you're new to my broadcast, they call me the King of Receipts, and I earned that name. I'm not going to get up here and tell you that there's a law in the Virginia Slave Code talking about Black slave masters and Indian slave masters. I ain't going to just say that. I'm going to show it to you. Check it out. Virginia Slave Code, 1670. Let's do a little bit of reading, guys, because you know reading is oh so fundamental.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. I can go anywhere, friends to know and ways to grow, a reading rainbow. I can be anything. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow.
Oh, yes, let's do a little bit of reading, guys. It says right here, be it also enacted by authority aforesaid, and it is hereby enacted that no Negroes, mulattoes, or Indians, although Christians or Jews, Moors, Mahometans, or infidels, infidels shall at any time purchase any Christian white servant. Wait a minute, why do they need a law on the books in colonial Virginia saying that we can't purchase white slaves if we all supposed to be slaves? Come on. cannot at any time purchase any Christian white servant, nor any other, except of their own complexion. They didn't have an issue with us being free. They didn't have an issue with us having slaves of our own, but they said, oh, it doesn't sit right with us. Y'all having these white slaves. Y'all having these white Christian slaves. Nah. Y'all can have slaves, but only of your own complexion. Damn. Or such as are declared slaves by this act. And if any Negro, mulatto, or Indian, Jew, Moor, Mahometan, or other infidel, or such as are declared slaves by this act, shall notwithstanding purchase any Christian white servant, the said servant shall become free and acquitted from any service then due. God damn it. They said if we purchase a white slave because our black asses got a white slave, that white slave going to automatically be free. Do we get a refund? Can I at least get my refund on my white slave I bought, sir? Come on. Come on. They will become free and acquit from any service then due, and shall be held deemed and taken. And if any person having such Christian servant shall intermarry with any such Negro, mulatto, or Indian, Jew, Moor, Mahometan, or other infidel, then every Christian white servant of any such person so intermarrying will become free from service. Damn, that's wild. Yeah, you see, history is much more nuanced than they want you to believe. History is way more nuanced for the African to comprehend. So when these Africans are over here talking about our culture and trying to make analysis videos on Kendrick's performance and this and that, they're too ignorant to even know what they don't know.
Literally sat there for everybody. How many people do you know sit there with one of the most biggest? This is as big as the World Cup in American eyes. The World Cup is a football, soccer thing that's in Europe. It's huge, one of the biggest things. But to Americans, Super Bowl is as big in our heads as the World Cup. You understand? We're not gonna go with the semantics of World Cup. We don't care about that. Listen to the point. Everyone in America watches the Super Bowl halftime show. Everyone in America watches this. And Kendrick took the time to not entertain you, but actually bring awareness to what's going on and how it's affecting Black Americans. And even brought Samuel L. Jackson, singing Samuel Jackson without the L is diabolical. I'm just gonna let you know, when she said Samuel Jackson, that was you're not.
We had Samuel Jackson come on as Uncle Tom.
And then to put the icing on the cake, you went.
Did she just say Samuel L. Jackson was Uncle Tom? He was Uncle Sam, dumbass.
To watch it, and you literally proved his point. They not like us. In his face. Like, you sat in the audience and proved his point. They're not like us. And made a podcast sitting there proving again that they are not like us. What in the buffoonery? What in the buffoonery? It's the diabolical. This is just over 119,000. It's crazy, gang. Shorty, you want to know what's funny about this? Because as I'm sitting here frustrated, I've already went through the emotions and frustrations, already shot another video for my short film content and all that on Instagram and everything, right? Cool. But I get mentioned from other people from different ethnic groups who are saying the same type of shit that I'm saying. And this is what I said before. I said, yo, it's crazy because a lot of people look at me because I'm significant in the UK and they say, oh, this guy, he's always targeting UK. No, I get mentions from all other people from all other parts of the world about their responses to my videos as well. And look at this video that I just read. I just want to show you this. Look at this. Look at this mention. Someone tagged me in. Here we go.
My name is Frances Tuck, and I contacted Mike from Mike TV on YouTube because I wanted to find out about my family's Native American history that I believed existed. Through the research that I was able to do through Mike TV, I was able to find out that our name is indeed on the registry. I had a consultation with Mike today, and because of his advice and the research that he has done, I am now confident that I'm able to find my family's roots in the Native American History database. Thank you, Mike.
Look at this. Look at this mention. Someone's tagged me in. Here we go.
I come to watch the Super Bowl to watch a performance. I didn't come to think. I don't want to feel like I'm reading a book.
For people like you is the reason why so many Black Americans do not take Black UK people seriously. Now, I'm not even a Black American. I am Afro-Colombian. I was born and raised in Colombia until I was 15, and then I moved here, and I've been taught U.S. American history, and I've been living in the U.S. as a Black person and as an Afro-Latino. But even I, a foreigner, understood and knows the reality of the U.S. right now and what is going on in the U.S. and why Kendrick Lamar's performance was so significant for Black people. Kendrick Lamar sent a whole message of protest.
Hey guys, peep game, peep game. You know what's different about this dude talking on the left versus that African girl in the UK? Guys, notice something. Notice. For the most part, these Africans we got issues with, these Africans on social media talking greasy and reckless and shit, these is Africans living in Britain, Australia, France. When you talk about the folks with African heritage who are living in the Americas, like the Afro-Latinas in South America, like some of the folks in the Caribbean who have African admixture, I mean, some of them are still tetherish, but a lot of them, you know, they get it. We can more easily, more readily get along with someone of African heritage who's at least in the Americas. Can you at least be on our hemisphere? If you're at least on the Western Hemisphere, whether it's Jamaica, St. Barnabas, Puerto Rico, Cuba, Central America, South America, we get it. Y'all got here by chattel slavery. But by way of them actually living, being born and raised in the Americas, I think they get it a whole lot easier than these Africans living on the continent of Africa or these Africans who fled to the colonizer's kingdom in Europe. But what do you guys think, chat?
And celebrating Black culture. The fact that you came here, set up a mic, sit down, edit it, and say, I didn't come here to think. I came here to be entertained. You have no idea how privileged that is. There's not a lot of people right now in the US who have the privilege to sit down and be like, I want to be entertained. No, because their whole lives are falling apart. Why? Because they make part of a minority group. This is a very coon behavior. And not to fall into stereotypes, but I see this pattern in Africans that live in the UK or Black people born and raised.
Hold on, wait a minute. Are pigs flying? Did the Afro-Latina just call the African in the UK a coon? Do you say this is coon behavior?
This is a very coon behavior.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Stereotypes, but I see this pattern.
Hey, I'm rocking with the Afro-Latinos, okay? I just got back from Puerto Rico. I was out there on the island. A lot of them got African admixture. They doing the bomba. Man, I had me some plantains, some what's it called? It's kind of like fufu, but it's not fufu. It starts with an M. Oh, it's gonna kill me. It's gonna kill me. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Puerto Rican dish similar to fufu. It starts with an M. Mofongo, y'all. I was in Puerto Rico eating mofongo, okay? I rock with some of the folks who got African lineage, but it's the ones that are at least in the Americas that I can find some common ground with, that we have a sense of commonality. But y'all over there on the continent of Africa, y'all over there in the UK, nah, miss me with that.
Pattern in Africans that live in the UK or Black people born and raised in the UK. And let's say artistically wise, you were expecting top-notch, next-level performances like the Grammys or whatnot. And he could have easily gone and entertain you, to distract you of what's going on in the world. But instead of that, he chose to make a call of action. So I'm sorry the coonery in your mind did not let you understand what was going on and you got bored because you choose not to use your brain. But maybe...
Damn, go ahead, brother, go ahead. He said the coonery in your brain. He said, ay caramba, mami, pinche pandejo, the coonery in your brain. You see what I'm talking about, y'all? It's not everybody who has African heritage that we gotta, treat with disdain and with contempt, keep at arm's reach. It's mostly them continental Africans and them Africans in the UK. I mean, think about it this way, guys. The Africans in the Americas, those that have African lineage in the Americas, they are the victims. They are the ones that got sold out by their fellow African and sold to the European for trinkets. They're the rebels. They're the riders. They're the revolutionaries. They're the ones, the Maroons, the Rough Riders. You feel me? The Gullah Geechee, the Seminoles. But y'all on the continent of Africa, y'all who fled to your colonizer's kingdom in the UK, nah, y'all different. Y'all not like us. Y'all were the seller of the slave. The Africans, or those with African heritage in the Americas, their ancestors were the slave that you sold. Let's put it in perspective, guys.
Try to have some more empathy in the future and put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Just saying.
That's that creator right there. Give him a follow. I thought it was dope. And it's very interesting to me. Like, this whole situation is so interesting to me because I've been saying this for a very long time. These are the people. If there's a movie called The Fifth Wave or something like that, and these are the people that systematic racism is setting up to combat Black Americans. You know, they couldn't beat us, so they try to get people like us to beat us. You know, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. It's incredible. And I understand there's like a whole bunch of British people that's going to, respectfully, gang, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I understand it's not all y'all. We get that. But saying nothing is just as bad as going with them. It's the same thing. Either you stand up for everybody else in the world and shame these people, but sitting there and saying, well, what is my voice going to do? What am I going to? No, that's not valid. You cannot just sit there and allow these people to sit on these platforms who come from the same type of background as you, say these diabolical ass shit, and then when I respond or somebody else from another group or community responds, then you want to try to now combat. Mind your business. You didn't make a video. You didn't make a video addressing her situation. You didn't make a video putting her in check. And I'm talking about all the older generation, the younger generation, all of that. You're not standing on business only when it comes to somebody who's actually bringing awareness of disdain and distress. Where's your disdain? Where's your uncomfort? Doesn't that shit rub you the wrong way that somebody from an actual different other Black group has to sit down and tell you about your own people? No, but you only care that somebody's checking your own person. You don't even care about what the situation is. Diabolical. You just as bad. You're just as bad. How can she do that? In less than 24 hours, she dropped on and says, I understand, I appreciate, I understand that it's good. It makes me feel good that a hater can be success as well. Like, what are you talking about, gang? It's always people like that. It's been like this for generations. Even when the civil rights was happening, we have Black Africans or Caribbean people. I'm not Black. I'm not Black. Look at these Black Americans going out there to kill themselves. Look at this, standing in front of hoes and dogs and whippings and stuff like. Look at these stupid. Just do what he says. Just do what he says. Now that all comes to front. It's funny. I think it's very interesting. Everything that we try to stand up for, we got people like y'all that come out of nowhere and just want to fight and belittle us and push us down. Everything we talk about, we change the world. And a lot of says, oh, but the impact that you've done has nothing to do with us. What are you talking about? Everything we talk about changes the world. We start Black Lives Matter, boom, the whole world talking about Black Lives Matter. The situation that's happening over in Gaza, we start talking about that, boom, the whole world's talking about, you're like, now you just saying stuff. Oh, word? There's a war that's been happening in Congo for like a minute now. I don't hear anybody talking about that.
Yeah, you Africans got genocide, famine, wars going on, coups going on all the damn time. And y'all want to talk about anything going on your continent of Africa, but y'all always got our names in your mouth. Cosplaying us, trying to weasel on into our culture.
I pay for therapy because my thoughts tear me. They keep on dragging me. I pay for tips, they scatter me. I cannot barely sleep, but even I cannot hold on. Without you inside of me, I never knew this thing. Took you was a long way from me. I wanna see cats bad, why can't someone call me? I gotta shoot out on my sleeve.
What was that, y'all? Some NBA YoungBoy? Was that Africans listening to NBA YoungBoy? Come on. The Africans want to weasel into our culture. They want to weasel into our country. Yeah, this is the U.S.-Mexico border, guys. Never in my life did I think I would see Africans en masse sneaking through our Mexican border. No, guys, call me Paul Revere. But instead of the British are coming, I'm here with a different yet equally dire warning. The Africans are coming.
More than 200 African migrants have scaled the border fence into the Spanish enclave of Melilla. It's the biggest assault on the border in more than 8 years. The new arrivals, many from Cameroon and Guinea, headed towards the migrant reception center, celebrating touching European soil. The latest incursion at Melilla brings the number of migrants who've successfully scaled the fence to almost 600 so far this year.
Yeah, it's getting real out here, y'all. It's getting really real, and it's going to get worse before it gets better. And before we wrap up this broadcast, again, I want to urge you guys to check out my new website, nativeblackancestry.com. If you become a member at the $9 a month level, you get exclusive videos not available on YouTube, a book list with all of my primary sources, and the largest online archive of Black Indian historical evidence. Guys, I'm telling you, we are indigenous to the Americas. That means Canada, the States, Central, South, and the Caribbean. And if you want to see some receipts, if you want to be able to download these to your phone, to your computer, share them on social media, go ahead, become a member. You get access to the full archive. Check it out, y'all. Tell me these Olmec heads ain't Negro. Now tell me Negro means African. Last time I checked, Negro was Spanish for black. Black is a phenotype. Black is a complexion. Black denotes melanin. Black don't mean African. Let's talk about it. I don't know if any of you have seen them Olmec statues without the helmet. Tell me that don't look just like a Black American. That M-shaped hairline is predominant in our community, is it not? Shit, I grew up with the M-shaped hairline. Motherfuckers used to try to roast me at school, talking about, ha, you got a receding hairline. I'd be like, no, this is naturally the shape of my hairline. I mean, if I go to the barber, I get that shit razor sharp, crispy, right? But Black Americans, Native Black Americans do inherit a hairline. Just like the Olmecs, huh? What were the Olmecs known for? Their rubber ball games. Rubber ball games were invented by the indigenous tribes of the Americas, the Olmecs. They had stadiums, hoops on the wall where they played rubber ball games. Sound familiar, anyone? Sound familiar? They did not have any rubber ball games in Europe anywhere, nor in Africa. We invented that over here. We're the godfathers of all rubber ball games, which is why Black Americans go so hard in the paint with all rubber ball games. Let's talk about it. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Matter of fact, somewhere here we got hieroglyphs of the Maya. The Maya were clearly melanated. This image is really small. I wonder if I can make it a bit bigger. The Maya clearly melanated. Clearly. The Spanish were the first people over here, and they spoke very candidly about the Black Indians they saw. Christopher Columbus in his journals writes about Black Indians almost as dark as Africans, he said. Almost as dark as Africans. This is a painting of indigenous people of the Americas, 1795. Let's talk about it, y'all. You know me as the king of receipts for a reason, don't you? Come on. But guys, we're going to go ahead and close out. Don't go anywhere. As soon as this broadcast ends, there's going to be a countdown on the screen, and it's automatically going to push you into the next broadcast. I'll see you over there in just a moment.
They don't want you to remember this. You not no slave, you indigenous. Fuck how they painted them Indians. You went to war with the French and the British men. Quite frankly, you was kings Merovingians. They took the women and men, made them prisoners, raised up the children to worship their images, set up a lab to the genes and they mixed them, and this shit get way deeper than your pigment.
Yen in Silver Spring, Maryland. She's treating herself to a few hours of pampering to get her hair braided at a friend's salon.
How are you? How's the family doing this morning?
Okay. What about you?
I'm fine.
The two women met 7 years ago when Nazon Decon moved to the US. Back then, they both worked in the same hair salon. Their friendship was built on a common language and shared West African roots.
Yes, Africa is a continent, but it's also like a country, especially French-speaking Africa. We have the same culture, we understand each other, we eat basically the same meals, we think the same, we have the same experiences, which is not the case with African Americans, for example.
Relationships between African Americans and African immigrants aren't always easy. In her 7 years in the US, Nazon Decon has yet to build a friendship with an African American.
Sometimes they think their ancestors were sold by ours. So there is some jealousy. There's also jealousy because when we come here, we know where we came. We fight, which isn't always the case for them.
I worked with them for a long time. You just have to know your place and take what you can.
Nazon Decon's judgment is harsher, fueled by her past encounters.
They might come up to you, and then the next day, they're a different person. For them, friendship is superficial. Whereas for me as an African, friendship is sacred.
Even though I want to disagree with you, I get where you're coming from. When I see Black people talking about racism, all that stuff, I'm like, what is wrong with these people? You guys have food, you have EBT, all these things, and you're here shouting about somebody is racist too. Just leave that person and move on. I feel that way. Like, why are they always like complaining? But when Black Lives Matters started happening, like, I sat down, I said, I need to actually know why these people are pained. And if we look at the history, what they've done to them, like if you actually sit down, watch some documentaries, how they were maltreated, I don't think if I'm actually born, I will forgive those people. I don't care. It's easier for us Africans that were raised in Africa to feel like they're complaining because we were raised through struggle. Like I barely even have water, and you have water, you're complaining. But then it's not about the basic necessity or about how we are raised. We are raised like, I don't want to say way better. We might not have resources, but there's some way, like our own people will not look down on us or put us behind. So it's in they're nurtured that way. Like they just can't overlook it. And if you sit down and watch everything that the forefathers have been through for you, I changed my mind. No, they need to be angry. However, they should still move forward.
They got white names, you know what I mean? Like, it'll be like something Thompson, you know what I mean? Yeah. You'll never see that in an African person. It'll be like Pascal, it'll be Hamada Gogo, it'll be, you know what I mean? Yeah, Kevin, da-da-da. They're all, I don't know about like white people. So something Williams. Yeah, so. White people. It's crazy. Nigga said they're all. They're not all.
Reminder that Dominicans are not Black. We are not Black. And no matter how much Black Americans cry about it, we are not Black. We will never be Black because I look Black, but we are not Black. And it's just a reminder to Black Americans who are so pathetically forcing Dominicans to label themselves as Black. Where we keep telling them we have our own culture. We know Black, papi.
Many know about slavery, but few discuss paper genocide. We did not all come from Africa, and most of us have Aboriginal roots that were stripped away due to reclassification and miseducation. As a native Black American and a member of the Muskogee Creek Nation, I understand the importance of tracing your lineage. If you want to learn how to trace your genealogy and apply for tribal citizenship, go to nativebblackancestry.com to schedule a consultation.
They don't want you to remember this. You not no slave, you indigenous. Fuck how they painted them Indians. You went to war with the French and the British, man. Quite frankly, you was kings Merovingians. They took the women and men, made them prisoners, raised up the children to worship their images, set up a lab to the genes and they mixed them, and this shit get way deeper than your pigment.
Oh yeah, let's get into it, y'all. Hit the like button on the way in, share the video, hit the Cash App or the PayPal if you support the mission. Let me get a 1 in the chat if you can hear me loud, crisp, and clear, and we will get started with the content. You know, we live rent-free in the minds of Africans. You know, we don't even think about these bush babies. We don't care about them. But goddamn, they always speaking on us. And I came across yet another video of these Africans talking grimy about us Native Black Americans. I mean, they talk about how they don't like us, but they're fleeing en masse to our country. I mean, make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. They say they don't like us, but they literally try to cosplay as us and bite the swag at every turn they get.
I pay for therapy because my thoughts tear me. They keep on dragging me. I pay for tips, they scaring me. I cannot can barely sleep, but even I cannot hold on. Without you inside of me, I never knew this pain. Take the walls I love away from. I wanna see Cassie bad, why can't someone call me? I gotta shoot out all my sleep.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Guys, this is a live call-in show. The StreamYard link is pinned to the top of the chat. Don't hesitate to click the link and call in. Let's get into the content and see what these backwards savages have to say about us.
Okay, so what's your name?
Cynthia.
And what do you do?
I'm like a makeup artist. That's what I do in the daily life.
And what do you know about Black Americans?
Black Americans people, actually, I don't like them. I don't like them. They are.
Last year, I released a video that broke the internet asking Rwandan women what they think about Black Americans. The content was quite a hit, both in the US and in Rwanda. So today, I'm releasing part 2. New ladies, new questions, new drama. Rwandan women say this about Black Americans.
Guys, I realized that my YouTube channel is shit, and the only time that I get traction is when I make videos talking about Black Americans. So watch me grift the Black American community and ask my fellow big forehead Africans what they think about the supreme Black people.
What the fuck with that weird ass voice? I mean, man. Even when these Africans speak English, they got a real peculiar accent, don't they? God damn it, that's totally an African beat too. Like, hey, how was our culture just smeared all over this? Broad right here is cosplaying a Black American chick. She ain't dressed like a traditional African. Okay.
Okay, so who am I speaking with?
My name is Lorraine. I'm Rwandese. I'm a student.
Sir, if you're gonna make a video shitting on our community and our culture, can you like not use our music? And can you guys not be like trying to dress like us Americans? I mean, there should be some traditional African beats that we're hearing right now. I just this is so odd, guys. This is so odd.
Hi, my name is Lorraine. I'm Tony. I'm Rwandese. I'm a student.
And so, what do you know about Black Americans?
What I know is that they are Black, and most of them they're born in America, and it's one of the minor but big racial, racial what do we call that?
Minority groups, ethnic groups. Okay.
Black Americans people, I don't like them because they take lots of drugs. They do fucking job. I don't like them.
They do what?
They fuck a lot. I don't like.
This mushmouth bitch just called us drug addicts and prostitutes. She said they do fucking job, they fuck a lot. What did this mushmouth big forehead ass bitch just say? Hold on, I gotta run that back. What the fuck?
So, racial what?
what do we call that?
Minority groups,
Oh, yeah,
ethnic groups. Okay.
Black Americans people, I don't like them because they do they take lots of drugs. They do fucking job. I don't like them.
They do what?
They they fuck a lot. I don't.
Wow, y'all got the audacity to say that we fuck a lot when you guys have whole African countries filled with whores. Nothing but poor, impoverished African whores. Oh God, oh God. Lord, oh Lord. These Africans should not be the ones talking about sex work.
So you and me are going to help recruit Ugandan girls for black dudes in America. Stand up. No, don't push that.
You can laugh at me, right?
They're not laughing. Sit down.
Yeah, you guys, you know what's wild? You know what's truly wild? Earlier today, I was on YouTube. I was in the YouTube Shorts feed, and I came across a live stream, and the live stream was a African whore gyrating, moaning, and groaning, thrusting and twerking on live stream on her bed. And for some reason, the ancestors spoke to me. They said, Mike TV, the king of receipts. This is crazy what you're witnessing. We've brought you here for a reason. Sir, you need to screen record what's going on. And guys, fast forward several hours later, present day, present time, we're doing this broadcast and she's saying that we're prostitutes, that we're sex workers. So Lord, I guess the ancestors made me record that shit for a reason. Let's take a look at these traditional African women on social media. God damn it. I came across a freaky ass African whore just early this morning.
Okay, guys, I see there was a network issue. There was a network issue. Now, we do it for the last time. We've only done it second time. Now, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sweating because I'm feeling it. 7, hold your stomach. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I know, guys, I'm showing you.
Yo, I put a message in the chat. I said she practicing to be a stud or something. Why is this broad on her bed doing hip thrusts and shit? What the fuck is this African woman doing online right now?
Everything is okay. 1, 2, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. I'm checking the internet. 31, 32, 33, 34, 36, 37, 38.
Lord, I had to put a message in the chat. I said, what the fuck are you doing, guys? Why did the algorithm push this to me? Is this what African girls do on live stream on YouTube Shorts nowadays? I mean, it's funny how them Rwandan bitches talking about that we sex workers, we prostitutes, and this is what y'all do modern day online. God damn if this ain't some sex work.
I forgot my water. Okay, yeah. Guys, don't forget to lubricate. Don't forget to lubricate.
And I knew that this was some weird, freaky shit because this bitch just said, I forgot to get my water. Don't forget to lubricate. You're going to hear her continuously refer to water as lubrication. Guys, she's not going to say, don't forget to hydrate. She's going to say lubricate. I mean, God damn it, ma'am. If you're looking for suitors to swallow up, then God damn it, you can be a little more direct. I mean, you're already gyrating, you're already busting it open, but why don't you just come out real crass, real transparent, like, and just say straight up, have you ever been swallowed? Have you ever been swallowed up? Say, oh, no, no, no.
Would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelmed? Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you ever been swallowed? I would have been. Have you ever been swallowed up? 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 I would.
Just finished my consultation with Mike. A lot of information in a short period of time, but it was very valuable information. I'm definitely excited to get started searching up my genealogy. He's been an awesome resource, gave me a lot of information, a lot of things, a lot of pieces to the puzzle I didn't have. He was able to help me find them, and I 100% recommend Mike and his services to anyone who's looking to crack the code, so to speak, on their genealogy, because there's a lot of how we say fake news going around with this subject, and it's very important that people are able to put the pieces together, because if you don't know your history, you don't know your future. So 100% sign up.
Excuse me. If it's your first time seeing my beautiful face, honey, you know what to do. Press like on the video. Please don't skip the ads and subscribe to the channel. I'm coming right now. Not affecting my word.
She just said, I'm coming right now. I'm just like, it's just a weird sexual innuendo. Don't forget to lubricate. I am coming right now.
Okay? Don't forget, guys, to lubricate. Mike to be, Prince be nice. Lindy out and then the moderator. Oh. So that you don't tell people to be nice. You remove them when you feel like Lindy H. Because today I don't see the moderators. Lindy H. Gavin, I'm to moderate. You do what you want. Oh, okay, guys.
God damn, this look like an African gutter hoe.
Let's do the sides today. We're not gonna start with this one. We're gonna do it after. I want the S also today. I want us to do the S also today. Okay, first let's start with this one. Okay, we're doing this part. This part. Okay. Now.
Oh Lord, hold on, guys. Oh shit, it's about to get weird. Oh goddamn, it's about to get really strange. Oh Lord, hey everyone, remember the African Rwandan chicks are saying we're the ones that are prostitutes. I ain't seen a single Black American female, even a sexy red Sukihana type chick. I ain't seen none of them on live doing this. Oh Lord, hold on. I gotta set the mood right. Hold on, I gotta light a candle real quick. There we go. I gotta light a candle. I gotta set the mood properly, guys. I got to set the mood. It's about to go down. Matter of fact, I got this triple wick candle real quick. Let me get the other wicks going. Guys. Get your lighters in the air. Light a candle if you got a candle nearby. Come on. Let's get on into it. Let's go ahead and get on into it, guys. Let's go ahead and probably set the stage.
Like this. Okay, you lay flat. Even if you are a man, it's very good for your legs and everything. Please don't let me. Sleeping in the H. These days, remove everyone watching me. We're gonna remove you because I don't know what you're saying. TBM, oh my TV guys went there and okay, blocked. Who else? It doesn't show yet. Okay, but you are. That one, but we are exercising. It's not like we are drinking alcohol. It's okay. Oh, you're gonna sleep good. You're gonna wake up fresh, and then you're gonna remember what you ate. So, guys, close your legs. Okay. When you are opening, don't just do this. You know, when you are about to be here, you go back. I know he got a guy. He's not a guy to me. Just say goodbye to him and take a ride to me. Ride to me. I still got some love deep inside of me. Please drag it out of me. You're just right.
Just might get that G-Wagon out of me. Please drag it out of me. Please drag it out. Rolly gang, Patty gang, rich baby daddy gang. I'm with Red like I'm at a Cincinnati gang. Hood bitch tatter gang, for she tatter name. Real bitch held me down for I had a name. Heard this money on my head, what is that to me? I put 100 bands on him, he put a rack on me. We from two different worlds, but it's a match to me. To bend it over, only time she turn her back on me.
Bend that ass over, let that coochie breathe. Shake that ass, bitch. Hands on your knees, hands on your knees.
Oh Lord, she's letting the coochie breathe. All right.
I beg, because you won't be able to walk tomorrow. Don't forget to lubricate.
Don't forget to lubricate. What?
It's mine. I'm doing this.
What?
We are volume length before isn't correct.
What?
Please open your legs even now. Hi, Anna Maria.
Ugh. That room stink, don't it?
Rodrigo. Hi, baby. Hi, honey. Ladies, this one is not that heavy. Come on, let's go. Hi, I'm using my dad's phone, Alliance. Okay.
Hands on your knees, shake that ass for Drake. Now shake that ass for me. Bend that ass over, let that coochie breathe. Shake that ass, bitch. Hands on your knees, hands on your knees, hands on your knees. Shake that ass for Drake. Now shake that ass for me.
Your hands so good and you decided you're sorry. I need a different conversation.
Frustrated, and she had a bad day, and the things just didn't go right, and she ain't gonna want to be caressed, and she ain't gonna want to be massaged, and she ain't gonna want a forehead kiss. She gonna want her cookies crushed. Every once in a while, your queen is gonna want her cookies crushed, and when your queen needs you to crush those cookies, you have to be able to meet the demand. I don't care how spiritual she is. I don't care how feminine she is. Every once in a while, she want cookies crushed.
Oh Lord, let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. I just had to take that, quick side quest to share with you guys what I witnessed this morning, because it's interesting how these Africans are saying we're sex workers, and that's the weird shit they're doing online, right?
And Rwandans don't fuck.
They don't like they don't like it.
I don't believe you.
That's my opinion.
Okay, so who?
They don't like they do they take lots of drugs. They do fucking job. I don't like them.
They do what?
They fuck a lot. I don't like them.
And Rwandans don't fuck.
They don't like they don't like it.
I don't believe you.
That's my opinion.
Okay, so who am I here with?
Kelia. Aimé.
Okay, and what do you guys do?
I'm a student also.
And so what do you guys think about Black Americans?
I think they are hot and I don't know.
Is that just you, or do you believe that most Rwandans don't like to have sex?
That's most of them, like the Rwandans, I know, my friends, my family.
Why she look like she got a big ass bruise on her forehead? That is the biggest forehead. No baby hairs laid down, no edges, hairline receding, bruised up, with some crispy ashy lips. Good Lord. A face only a mother would love.
So what do I think about them? Ooh, I think they're strong, resilient, and sometimes egoistical. And that's it, really. That's what I think.
But have you met any Black Americans in real life?
No, like in the movies. I didn't meet them. One of them.
Okay, but how do you know that the movie is telling you the truth?
Like the movies. Likely they play the real life stories. They play real life stories.
Let's ask about the differences between Rwandan culture and African American culture.
Hey, peep game, guys, peep game. She said that she's seen some shit about us in the movies, and she knows that the movies are true because the movies represent real life. So when Netflix gives these Bush babies a bag to make their own TV show, and they make a TV show called Shantytown where they chopping off prostitutes' heads, god damn it, this just Africans' real life, huh?
Mas que man, I'm not free now. Don't do freedom now. Now you even talk and say are they free to go?
Men are free. For my
Stop chagonum again. I'm going free now.
family now forever. You don't know. I get people you see. See ya. Where we is. Only thing we fit separate family and death.
Oh, guys, I forgot. They cut some B-roll of an African bitch getting fucked in a whip, taking some back shots. They cut that B-roll to the old girl getting her head chopped off. So it's kind of like an African porn snuff film, if you will. You know, real chef's kiss, fine art. You know, real African fine art. And these motherfuckers want to come to our country to bring that debauchery?
Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Girl, would you like to come back with Rob to America? America, America, the beautiful. Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Who wants to come back with us to America?
Now, what do you think about the Black American culture?
Fucked up. I'm sorry. Is it like okay, the fucked up humanity group that's Black Americans. Yeah. And I actually feel bad for saying that. It's true. It's true. I know it's true.
Why do you believe that?
Because they mostly don't belong where they are. They're Americans. We all know they're Americans. They know they're Americans, but they don't belong there because they are minor. One for that, they're minor, and the racism and everything. They don't belong there actually. So they belong here, and they are not here. So they are fucked up.
Okay. So you think Black Americans should return to Africa?
They shouldn't. That would be bad. That would be bad. That would be the end of Africa.
What? What? Damn, he said, what do you think about Black American culture? She said it's fucked up and that she don't want us in Africa because we gonna fuck up Africa. It's gonna be the end of Africa. Ma'am, in Rwanda, you guys live in dirt slums. This is your homeland of Rwanda, ma'am. I don't think you can say anything about our culture being fucked up. I don't think you can give any critiques about Native Black Americans when this is how most of your average Rwandans are living. Yeah, those who live in glass houses, I mean mud huts. Those who live in mud huts shall not sling mud. lords, this is an interesting dynamic. I mean, we've all seen Hotel Rwanda, Don Cheadle, right? We've all are familiar with the Rwanda genocide, but they got the nerve to speak so candidly online like they shit don't stink, huh?
Do you guys think is the difference between the Black American culture and the Rwandan culture?
I don't think there is any different. Do you think there is?
We are so different. We are so different. Like, okay. Let me see. Like, we as a people, we are shy, we are timid. We Rwandans, Black Americans, they are not. They put their business out there. We don't do that here.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, for me, I say they are the same. Yeah, we are.
Okay, but you said they're fucked up in America, but you don't want them to return to Africa. So what do they do?
Do we want to be fucked up in Africa? We don't. We don't. We just want them to.
Ma'am, y'all are already down bad and fucked up in Africa. What are you talking about? Good Lord, on the one hand, they beg us to go over there with fake year of return tourism scams, but on the other hand, they talk about they don't want us in their country.
Fuck up, and then they should like think. They should be. They should know what they should do instead of like being wise, trying to belong, trying to victimize everything. I'm black. I'm for black people, but you guys should stop.
Okay, but let's be a little bit specific, right? When you say they're fucked up, what exactly do you mean by that?
Let me put this right. The black people, they all belong to Africa. They come from Africa. They don't belong to Africa. They came.
Stop lying, ma'am. I'm a native Black American. Only 4% of the African slaves transported during the transatlantic slave trade went to North America. They say it was about 92,000 to 300,000. The figures vary, but somewhere between 100,000 and 300,000 is the total number of African slaves that came over here. And the earliest explorers, which were the Spanish in the 15th century, said from day one they saw Black Aboriginals. Matter of fact, they called us negras de terras, which means blacks of the land. So, ma'am, no, there's Black folks Aboriginal to damn near every continent in the world. Look it up.
From Africa. So I think they're trying to blend, be the Americans. They're trying to belong so bad that they try in different things which are not good.
Like what?
The culture thing, the Americans doing what Americans, victimizing their blackness, like they are black for what black. We are black. They know. Everyone knows they are black.
Some Rwandans have an inward-facing culture where they focus on working within their group instead of outsiders. To them, the African-American fixation on racism and mainstream acceptance might look strange and counterproductive. The conversation begins to take a more negative tone.
Okay, they take a lot of drugs, but Rwandans don't. They are not likely into it. Most young people of Rwandans are like nowadays learning to take it, but they are not like Black Americans people. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, I don't know. I don't know what you've been told, but I heard that those that live in mud huts shall not throw pails of water. I mean, man, did she just say that we're on drugs?
I'm a pastor now. I started with liquor, beer. Uvuga ngo niyangaje ngende nanga amafaranga ngo kure nafatiraga mu kabuye kuko urumva nari niciye ntabwo nari nzi mbese ko ari abantu
Yes, y'all, in Rwanda, they're smoking and injecting opium.
basanzwe babukoresha.
No country is immune to drug use, drug abuse, and drug trafficking.
If tubwiye gatoya urabizi ukigarura gatoya
Neymar tu yatunengira. All these cars you see, these are not accidents. These are consequences of that lifestyle.
We need now to legalize this in a form of a business and particular stations, and those that want to use them, they have to have a license. Awesome. Now, back in the high school, we were, I was idle. I had money. And so you're this young man, you're in TV, you don't have confidence to be you. And so, peers meet it. So me first was peers, like young men around me who were already exposed to drugs. And so, but when I joined them, I actually speeded up the the use of drugs. Today I see it as a spirit of timid. I used to, fear talking to people. I couldn't be confident to talk to people. I couldn't be me.
Damn, not the Rwandans talking about I did drugs because I wasn't confident to talk to my fellow Africans. Okay, but we're the dope fiends, huh?
The drug dealers, they are the killers. They are not sticking together. So I think you guys are fucked up. I'm sorry.
Bitch, y'all have child soldiers and you sex traffic children. Miss me with that shit.
I do.
Now, do you get that from movies and TV, or do you have real life experience with Black Americans?
Actually, we have families in Africa who, when they are either by being my immigrants, so we know people, our cousins, our families, they are there. They are trying to be Americans. They are Americans by the nationality. The originality, they are Rwandese. They are Congolese. They are Burundians. We know them. We see them.
Yeah.
And movies, no, actually, I don't think movies are real.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that you get your opinions from the relatives who live in the United States. They tell you these things about Black Americans.
Yeah, I watch documentaries too. I watch many things. I read. I see everything. Social media has become the world has become so little. You know what's going on. You know what's happening everywhere. Yeah.
Okay, but what's the difference between the Black American culture and the Rwandan culture?
Oh, we have culture, guys.
I wonder if you know that I know he's lying right now. Oh, you got the new Modella? That's what's up. That's what's up. I see you. That's your BMW? That's nice. That's your girl? Golly. Okay, I see you. But I just want to know one thing. You ready? Why the fuck you lying?
I'm so glad that, you know what I'm saying, I even, experienced this. I'm glad I experienced you from, enlighten me from the internet to, online, getting one-on-one in depth, giving me a lot of information that I can take back to my people as well. And hopefully we could both get everything meshing with everything with the lineage and everything with the genealogy. This is no scam. This is all real. This is a real homeboy that put it down. He mean what he say. He got receipts and he put it down. He stands on business. Straight up. One love.
I don't know, guys. She said something about them having culture, so I just quickly did a search for Rwandan culture, and this is what popped up. Let's take a look.
Cultural shock number 5. Shit runs out. Here in Rwanda, there's no guaranteed supply of anything. Tap water runs out. Electricity runs out. Anything that you can find on a menu in a restaurant can and will run out. Even Heineken in an all Heineken bar will run out. When you arrive late at the lunch buffet in a restaurant, you will find that half of the food has already run out, but you'll be expected to pay full price though. Cocktail bars run out of alcohol the same way hospitals run out of medicine, and the same way fruit vendors run out of fruit. This happens quite a lot here, so be prepared. There are many reasons why this happens, but it's mostly because of the production and supply chain issues that I've been told. There's not much that you can do other than just pick the one thing that they do have available.
Damn. So a cultural norm for them is that they run out of everything. Certain Rwandan culture, huh?
We have culture. So the children moving out of their parents' house at 18, you don't even know what you're doing. You don't know what you're supposed to do. That's bad.
I
First
agree
of
with
all,
you
that's
on that
bad.
one, yeah.
Eh? And then the draggings, the drugs, the depression, the things, all the bad stuff is in America and by black people. Why are you depressed? Why are you so sad? Why is the people changing? Like our
I don't know. I heard that you guys are sad and depressed. I heard that you guys also have a cultural norm of terrible customer service.
It won't be. Cultural shock number 2, customer service. To be honest, Rwandans do not know what customer service is, especially if you compare it to the international level of customer service. Goedemiddag, good afternoon. Welcome to Red Cafe. Here's our menu. Would you like something to drink in the meanwhile? Of Tesminov. Of TV, Rouge. Oh, amazi. Akonje, yego. Yego, ndabizi. Ndayahari. Even if you call a company, they all pick up so weirdly that you just don't know how to conduct yourself. I have a theory, or I have a question, I must say. You see, in most Western countries, you get this great customer service, but people come with like a fake smile, acting all happy and jolly to see you when they're actually not. Whereas here in Rwanda, people act the way they feel. So if they are like tired, they will act tired. If they are angry, they will act angry, whatever. So my question to you is, which customer service do you prefer? The fake smile customer service or the genuine emotion customer service?
people are so much changing. People are going to drugs. People are sex addicts. People are doing what and what. All that you will find a black face everywhere.
But it
That's
sounds
why-
like Rwandans have some of the same problems as Black Americans.
Oh, that's not big. They're not big. Actually, they are from people. I'm sorry. There are people from America coming here and telling our youth, taking youth money, sending money, doing that stuff. I think we are in peer pressure of our relatives living abroad or Black Americans living abroad. Yeah.
Do you consider Black Americans to be Africans?
No, they are not Africans. Yeah, they are like Black American. So it's like they are born in America. They are not born in Africa. But I think like we have the same spirit, the same color. So yeah, I don't think they are Africans. I think they are Americans.
But they have the roots from here, so they are African American, more like.
No, for you to be an African, you have to be born in Africa. Yeah, so they are not born in Africa. That's why they are not Africans.
But they have their roots here, like their ancestors came from here.
Yeah. But okay, let me ask you something.
Okay.
How can I say that you are Rwandan? How can I tell that you are Rwandan?
Okay, touche.
But if a Rwandan is born in Uganda, are they not Rwandan?
They are Ugandans because they are born in Ugandans. They might be maybe hierarchical Rwandans, but you can call a person Rwandan because he's born in Rwanda. I think, yeah, for me.
No. No. But okay. But I feel like they are African. To me, they are African.
Okay, so where do you guys get most of your information about Black Americans from?
Internet, right?
It's the social media, I think. Yeah, most of the information we get, it's from social media. So probably we're wrong and we don't know them.
But so, have you ever met a Black American?
Sometimes, yes.
And what was your impression?
They were inviting, I might say. Like they're friendly. And we are not friendly. We us Gwendans. So for us to be friendly, we have to know you. But them, they're friendly to everybody. So it's kind of intriguing.
Okay. Do you think more Black Americans should come to African countries like Rwanda?
Yeah, they should. To me, they should know their roots, where they're coming from. So they should visit sometimes to see the Africa, the Africa we know. Maybe.
God damn that forehead. Y'all ever try to hold my tongue? That forehead. God damn that forehead. Now I understand how these African men with these big ass foreheads and crazy tether hairlines, now I understand why they have no issues with the sisters, because god damn it, they have a very similar predator-esque cranium. I mean, oh Lord. That is it. Oh, they're not like us. They're not like us. They no. All of them look like Klingons. God damn. All of them look like Megamind, but ain't got no brain. God damn.
Be if it's the same Africa they know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what about you? Do you think Black Americans should visit African countries like Rwanda?
Yes, because like I want them to come in Rwanda and see like in Africa to see their roots, to see where they're coming from, and also because we knew them from social media, they might know us from social medias too. And I think people like Black Americans or other people that doesn't live in Africa, they think like Africa is about maybe hunting, those kind of stuffs. So I just want them to come and see, like they look for themselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever met a Black American in real life?
Yeah, I did.
And what was the impression you had?
Actually,
They told me that they had a big ass forehead and the baby cry.
they have like an open mind. Like yeah, it's easy to talk to them. It's easy that like they understand, which we don't do here, like in Africa.
From what I can see, the Rwandans who have actually met Black Americans have a much more positive impression than those who got their information from the media. Let's talk to another lady who demonstrates the transformational impact of firsthand experience.
Bad people, they are selfish, but now I realize that they are good people, polite, they are friendly, social. Yeah.
Okay, so why did you think they were bad before?
Yeah, like when I was still young, I used to hear people like saying that Black American people, they are bad, they don't like other people, they are selfish. But after that, I realized that they're not bad people.
Okay, have you met many Black Americans here in Rwanda?
Yeah, I met them. Once upon a time, I was somewhere with my friends, and then I met them. They come to us, they talk to us goodly, they are friendly. So I saw that the way I used to think about them are not true.
Okay, now would you ever date a Black American?
No. No.
Why?
I wouldn't date out of my culture, actually. Yeah.
Okay, would you ever date a Black American?
Now it can depend. Like if I met him and we convince one another, we can go on. Me, I don't have any problem with them.
So, would you ever date a Black American?
No, I can't. I can't.
Why?
Honey Boo Boo Child, we don't want you neither. Hang on. No. PH probably all over the place.
Because of their culture, their behaviors, I can't resist it.
Now, what if the guy was rich?
No, I'm trying to be rich. I'm trying to be rich. So I don't care. I don't care about money. I don't.
No, but what if this guy didn't have that culture that you don't like? Like, what if he was different?
I don't like them actually. All of them, I don't like them.
Would you ever date a Black American?
Yeah, I can. Because, like, as I told you, they have an open mind. So I don't want complications. Yeah.
Yeah. Depends on the person I'm meeting. Yeah, if we have the same values and we connect, we vibe, yeah, I can date them. Yeah.
Now, if you had to pick between a Black American man and a Rwandan man, which one would you pick?
Oh God, my people are going to hate me, but I'm choosing the.
Oh boy, here we go. And we just had a PayPal contribution come through from Amaze. Thank you for the contribution. Yes, guys, make sure to like the stream if you're new to the broadcast, share the video, and hit the Cash App or the PayPal if you support the mission. Let's go.
Black American. I mean, we as a people, especially our guys,